All right, it says we live, man. How my audio sound still, brother?
Clear as a bell.
Okay, yeah, you sound like you clear too, man. So let me wait till the feed kick in and see what it sound like on the feed.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Wow.
cool. It kicked in. I hear myself. Kicked in kind of fast this time. Kicked in real fast. Let me see this out
Connection
like
is
this.
much better today.
Yeah,
Good reception.
yeah. Let me send this out to people. Let them come in and watch. And of course, it's gonna be open for anybody to talk about it, man. Somebody sent me this.
Ooh,
Somebody sent me this last night. My man, our Mattis, he sent me this last night, and
nice.
he sent it to me. I took a read up on it this morning. I like, whoa. I said, whoa. I said, holy shit. Because somebody in there who he had tweeted it to, it was another guy he tweeted it to, and he was just like, man, there's a lot of females going to be mad about this. And I just read it. And when I read it, I said, yeah, you probably have a lot of people going to be upset about this.
Yeah, buddy.
People that's going to be upset about this one. So after I read it, I had mixed emotions about it. I got mixed emotions about it. But we're gonna read it, bro. And
Yeah, please.
I'll get my input.
Elaborate.
Yeah, I'm getting my input in for what I read. You get your input. Let me get a shout out to the chat. We got Sanata. Hey, what's up, boo? Brandon, what's going on? Brandon said she missed us together. She said, hello, DJ Smooth and Chris. Yeah, we back together, baby. We're gonna try to hit it hard for y'all.
Yes, we're back in the building. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
So let me share this some more. See, can we get some more people up here? I know how that assertive cleaning is, man. You know what I'm saying? Assertive, like it's the only day you can get that cleaning in, man.
What? Please, man. During the week is rough.
Especially a man, it's about the only day we can.
Yeah, man. The good thing is like I had some help too, so that was a big thing. And I just got like a little bit of stuff left to do, but I can do that a little later on.
Okay. I think mine's straight for the most part. Probably get both my bathrooms, man. I'll be all right.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be all right. So, man, like I said, man, let's get right into it, dude. I don't plan on being on.
Break it down, dog. Yeah. Let's do it.
I don't plan on being on for long, but of course, man, depending on how the conversation go, man, we're probably gonna be here for a bit, bro. So, especially on this one.
No doubt.
So at first I had Trump name in it, but I changed it because people with this flagging, and all this political shit, what I'm saying, gets people in trouble. So I just changed the name, but I'll bring his name up, while we talking about it now. But I'm just not gonna put his name in the title. So, and it's mighty funny when I set this up, the money sign was blacked out. It said it is ineligible for monetized. I'm like, shit, my money ain't monetized no way. I said, my shit ain't monetized no way, man. I don't plan on making money off this shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, bro. So anyway, what up, Shay? How you doing, boo? What's up, neighbor? How you doing? So this article was put out 2 days ago, and it's from ABC 7. I'm not sure exactly where it's at. I think it may be in Washington. I'm not sure.
Right.
I know we got ABC down here in Memphis, and I think it's channel 5 or 24, some shit like that. So it's all over. And of course, this is politics, and politics is not my strong point at all. But I think I could touch on this one though. So it says, President Trump signs bill allowing states to deny Planned Parenthood money. Uh-oh. What up, pal, to me? What's up? All right. So here's what I got, bro. What it says in the article. This was April 13th. What it says in the article. Further chipping away at his predecessors, legacy President Donald Trump signed legislation Thursday that lets states deny federal family planning money to Planned Parenthood and other abortion providers. Hey, this finna get interesting, bro. Trump's action erases a rule finalized shortly before President Barack Obama left office in January that says states could not block the money. It's the latest Obama regulation that Trump has overturned. Undoing the prohibition also gives Republicans and anti-abortion groups a victory after House Republicans failed to agree last month on a bill they had sought for years to overhaul the health care system. The failed House bill, which Trump supported, will have blocked federal money for Planned Parenthood for a year. In addition to repealing portions of Obama's 2010 health law, federal law prohibits government money for abortion, except in cases of rape, incest, or to save a woman's life. The rule tossed out by Trump required state and local governments to distribute federal dollars for family planning services, including contraception, sexually transmitted disease, fertility, pregnancy care, and breast and cervical cancer screening to qualified health providers irrespective of whether the providers also perform abortions. Republicans and abortion opponents said the new law will let states divert money now going to groups that performs abortions to organizations that do not. Did you hear that, bro?
Yes, sir.
You hear that, bro?
Yes, sir. I heard it.
So Democrats and abortion rights advocates said it represented an attack on women. Seymour Verma, who oversees Medicare and Medicaid, said after Trump signed the bill in the Oval Office that the administration wants states to decide what's best for them and the people they serve. Let's see. They serve in Marjorie, however you say her last name, president of the anti-abortion group, Susie B. Anthony List, said that the change would lead to better care for women and girls. This puts an end to the outgoing gift that Obama gave to Trump. They go close. I knew she was going to show up. I definitely want her on this one.
Here we go.
Obama gave Trump administration, Dana Fresher said, Stephanie, president of Emily's List, which supports Democratic female candidate for public office who support abortion, said the bill is another example for politicians chipping away to women's rights and making it harder for the less fortunate to get health care. We won't stand for it, Sharuk said. Don Liguint, I don't know how to pronounce this shit, so I just say Don. Executive Vice President of the Planned Parenthood Federation of America said the administration should build on the progress that's been made instead of enacting policies that take us backwards. The measure narrowly cleared the Senate in late March after Senate John Isaacson, man, these last names crazy as hell. He had been absent while recovering from spinal surgery, returned to Washington to vote, bringing the tally to 50-50 in a 100-member chamber. Vice President Mike Pence, in his constitutional role as president of the Senate, cast the tie-breaking vote.
Yikes.
Man. Woo.
Yikes.
Hey. Man, where can I go with this, bro? Where can I go? Where can I go with this?
Go where you want to go.
How can I start this off, man? You know,
tell you where you want, bro.
You know me, bro. I look at both sides of the coin on this one, man. I look at both sides of the coin. I try to do on every topic that we talk about. I try to look at both sides of the card.
Right.
All right. Well, first thing first, I guess in a sense I can agree with the ladies on this one. You know, I wouldn't say it's a necessary attack, but I think you are stripping some away from them if they choose not to have a child, then they had the option to discontinue the pregnancy by, of course, abortion. I don't believe in abortion. You know, I'm one of the ones that believe in you are killing another life when you do that. That's just me now. Other people may think different. But I think you are stripping, I guess, some rights from them if they not ready for this, or they see, I guess, the person who pregnant them don't want anything to do with it. Then I guess to keep from dealing with the stress and bullshit of being a single mother, hey, okay, this is a mistake that I made. I feel like the only way I can rectify this mistake is just get rid of it, and that way, this time I know if me and the person agree on it, or if I know,
Right.
or I see the potential of this guy that really wants a child, then we can go that route.
Right.
We can go that route. But now, on the other hand, here's my problem. Why you want to put your body through that, through pregnancy, and go through an abortion when, first of all, you could have made the man strap up?
Exactly.
You always got the option of making a man strap up before he put his penis inside you. And you could avoid all of this. All of this. But yet, you horny, he horny. Because a lot of us is dude, man. When we get to that point of heat, we just like dogs with that pink thing hanging out, bro. We just got to put it in something. And we don't even care if we do got a condom or not. We just got to slide it on up in there. You understand? Tell me I'm wrong.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Tell
sir.
me I'm wrong. Because, we both,
Yes,
we all, a lot of us got that mentality. You don't feel right with a condom on.
I never said that, bro. Sorry.
I never said that either.
Just me.
Don't get
That's
me
just
wrong,
me.
dude. Right. Don't get me wrong, man. I've been around the block a few times, know what I'm saying? And it is nice. It is warm and it is moist. It is. But now I'm not gonna sit up there and never say, I'm not gonna never say that it feels, I'm not gonna say it feels better without a condom, because why would I say that? But it ain't gonna feel better when I get chlamydia. It's not gonna feel better when I get syphilis.
All right, there you go.
It's not gonna feel better when I get gonorrhea.
Right.
It's not gonna feel better if I get herpes, genital herpes, warts, and all that bullshit. It ain't gonna feel good then.
Dang.
Or the worst case scenario, HIV.
What?
Hello, they don't hear me, bro.
What?
They don't hear me, bro.
They don't hear you.
HIV. And that's the worst of the worst. HIV, that's the worst of the worst. Once you got that,
game over. Game is over.
Game over. Game over. And you're going to wish that you had that condom on then, but you know what? It's going to be too late.
It's
going to be too late.
Stop talking about me like that.
Yeah, I saw that. I tried to act like I didn't see that. But, hey.
And real quick, too.
I'm trying to be serious.
I'm trying to be serious, but, Untouchable said something really good. My thing is, if you didn't want any kids, then you should have protected yourselves from the beginning or the morning after pill.
There you go, dear.
Preach,
there you go.
Preach. Because the thing is, mine, because I gave you my story a long time ago, so I'm gonna let everybody else know. I had to talk when I was 11 years old. Like, that's in a way, it was kind of early because you weren't thinking about stuff like that then. Because it was like sports, school, my case, music, and having fun. But when you get to like around 15 years old, and then all of a sudden females start to look good, and you know the rest.
Exactly.
Then it's like, okay, now it starts to kick in. The mom said, go. When she said that, it was like, I'm thinking, what in the heck is a raincoat? But then at the same time, okay, not a problem. So the thing is, your parents tell you these certain things, like, because my parents are Southern, and they have their sayings. You already know that, right? Like the old remedies and the old sayings. And the thing is, though, it's like when they say certain things, though, it's like it sort of like clicks. And in this case here, I just turned 47 last March. There's no kids running around here because I said this thing. I don't want no kids unless I'm married, knowing that I've seen brothers go through some nonsense, drama, child support. And in this case, it wasn't really to be with child support, thank God. Then married men sleeping with my sisters. wanting domestic violence, nah, I don't want to go through that, and I don't want to put myself or anybody else through something to that effect. So to me, if you're gonna do something, you're gonna want to do it. Let's just be honest. Let's keep it real and let's keep it 100 people. You're gonna want to do something sooner or later. But if you want to do something, protect yourself, and not just protect yourself, protect the other person. That's all I got to say about that.
And that too, man. Preach, bro. That too, man. Protect your body, period. Because like Brenda said, she said, as far as disease, STD, yes, they shouldn't cut that because a lot of our silent killers, you don't know you have it. And that's true. I heard a lot of myths. I heard a lot of that shit can sit inside you for a while before it bursts out. It can sit inside you for a minute.
Yes.
Showing signs of it. And Untouchable did just say something I just saw. Where did it go? She just said,
Patricia said, only Magic Johnson might can cure HIV.
Hey, but you know what? She ain't the only one saying that, though.
She's right, though.
She's not the only one saying it. Exactly. She's not the only one that's saying it. A lot of people saying that. Untouchable said, my thing is, if you didn't want any kids, then you should have protected yourself from the beginning or the morning after pill. You absolutely right. But my thing is this right here. You know what I'm saying? You could avoid the morning after pill, too. You just step up.
Mm-hmm. When you get a chance, add some more of these ladies. They want to talk. They already know they do. Like if you get Brandon, get Chaz, get them all on there, send them the link.
Yeah. Oh well, I can. Hold on. Yeah, because I saw this, man. I said, man, it's gonna be a lot of people upset.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
There's gonna be a lot of people upset. Somebody said they see a picture of Jim Cornette.
Jim Cornette. I don't know who it is, but he's a different subject now.
Yeah, he be on wrestling. Yeah,
man.
Let me find close. There she go right there. She said on stuff like this, she go hard. That's who that Chaz.
Chaz, that you?
Hey.
Right, how you doing? What's going on? Happy Saturday to
you. Y'all too? I just woke up, dude. Go slow.
Did you? Did you?
Nothing wrong with that. Shoot, I slept late too.
Oh.
Brandon, you ain't gotta have no camera. Hey, this free fall on this one because I would like to hear y'all opinions about this because here's the thing. It ain't no secret. Y'all get pregnant, if y'all go on with it, y'all carry us for 9 months. And all the shit y'all got to go through, the complications and the running back and forth to the doctors or to the hospitals. Thinking your water broke, but it was a false alarm and all this shit. I watched my mama go through that shit. I'm just like, man, that's what women go through. I'm glad I'm not a woman.
Okay. Not to
glad I'm not a woman.
But, it's hard.
Right.
It's not easy at all. It's not easy.
And then for something that y'all got they bleed for so many days and it don't die, shit.
Huh?
You heard me? For something that y'all got they bleed for days and don't die. Gotta be some good shit. There's gotta be some good shit.
Lord.
You went to the rabbit hole on that one, Chris.
Yeah, there's gotta be some good shit. For some that sit up there and bleed for so many days, and it don't die, that's some good shit. That's some dangerous shit, boy. I'm telling you. But on a serious note, say what?
Heard that one before.
Shit just come to my head. That's all. It just come to my head, and I said, man,
just pops right in there sooner or later.
Yeah, me and that women can get on a subject like this, man. We really need more women on this subject, and because y'all the one who go through this, y'all the one who gotta, man, feel all the pain and shit while we pretty much sit back and still be free in some sort of sense. We can still go do stuff. While y'all gotta sit at home and just have your feet propped up, belly all swollen, looking like them blowed up or something, feet all swollen and shit.
I hope you end up with a fat chick.
Feet, trust me, man. I didn't know we're playing of. It ain't nothing new. I mean, feet,
yeah,
feet all swollen up and shit. You know, I mean, y'all can hardly do anything when y'all get there, you know. And I was like, wow, you know. So I got to give my hats off to y'all. I really do.
Yes.
I really do. I got to give my hats off to y'all. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of ways that y'all do get pregnant, but the things that y'all go through during a pregnancy, my hats is off to y'all. Especially if you are
those who got pregnant on purpose, yeah, I can understand.
right.
Those who did it just to do it, I don't feel sorry for them. I hope they stay in labor for days.
I agree with you. Close, I sent to you on Facebook. I see, that's what I'm saying, Chassie. Yes. I mean, if it's planned through with it, fine. I mean, my hat's off to you. But if you just fucking around and just let the shit happen, don't complain. You did it.
Dude, my best friend's daughter just had a baby about 3 weeks ago. She is 19 years old. This is her second child. Her second.
No,
yes.
No.
Her oldest one's fixing to be 4.
Oh,
and I'm like, how in the hell could y'all have let this
Trish
happen?
said she need to be up here.
Their excuse was they couldn't afford the shot.
Oh,
I like to slap her and her jobless boyfriend in the head.
No. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem. You don't have to get shots. That's what condoms are made for. And plus, there's other forms of birth control. That was a serious excuse right there. No, I don't want to hear that.
I was like,
that's what
y'all bringing 2 kids into this world. They're both under 20. No jobs. Oh, y'all crazy?
You know what? That's bullshit about the foreign thing, because I know down here in Memphis and pretty much every state, almost any city, they have health departments.
Yes.
Exactly.
And for you ladies,
she's on welfare. She goes there for her wig and all this crap. You could have got the pill while you were there.
Right. And for you ladies, y'all get a lot of shit free. You go to the health department. So messing with that bullshit. The health department give you free AIDS test. They give you a free disease test. Right. So where the fuck this coming from? Talk about you can't afford it. Man, messing with the bullshit. I'm sick of them damn excuses. I'm sick of them damn excuses. Because if a man can go down there and get checked for if he got any kind of STDs and they give you free condoms, they do the same thing for a woman and y'all get more. You better holler at your boy. So whoever said that bullshit to you, Chad, talk about, hey, we can't afford it. Bullshit. I would have slapped all of them like 3 Stooges. I would have went, whoosh, woo, 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 woo. I would have smacked all of them. But that's an excuse. That's an excuse.
I was like, if you would have told me, I would have gave you 2 shots. I mean,
yeah, exactly. So now
you can't afford the birth control, but you can afford 2 kids at 20. Now, really?
Now, when I hear shit like that, what you just said, then I can rock with this denied money. I can rock with it because y'all being stupid.
Mm-hmm. I was so pissed off to the point of, I told Tommy, white people do it too.
Yeah, they do.
This is ridiculous.
Yes, they do. I'm not saying it just for black folks. I'm saying this for every woman who does this dumb ass shit. Yes, they do.
I was like,
Yes, they do.
And then when she falls in labor, they call me, you coming to the hospital? You fell on your head? Really? Did you just ask me that shit? No, I ain't going to the hospital.
And you said both of them is not working. And if it's like that, then I don't blame the Planned Parenthood.
Oh, wait, he just got a job in the last week or so. He thinks he's going to pay rent, support 2 kids and a girlfriend working at Sonic.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
I told him, Sonic, I can't stand the little boy. I'm like, let me know how that works out for you next month.
No. The only way I can see him providing for his child and her off of Sonic is he living with somebody. That's the only way I can see he can provide for that. But he trying to live off of Sonic money, unless he the manager or something, then that's different. Oh, no. Maybe he can get it. Maybe he get a little money, whatever the case may be. But still, at the same time, I won't rely on it. I won't rely on it.
Mm-mm. No, he's just starting. He's working over there, making $7.50 an hour, and his rent is $600 a month.
What the fuck?
Exactly. Every time I see this shit, I just think how glad I am that my son was not like that.
Mm-hmm. Does he have a record or something?
Nope. No, dude, he was in the 9th grade when he got her pregnant the first time. I was like, what the fuck?
Clovis, where you at? I sent it to you on Facebook, man. That's crazy. Patricia, how you doing, boo?
No, I'm hanging in there. How are you this morning?
Man, I'm good. When I got sent this, man, I had to go live with it, man. So what's up? You know, you talk a lot about subjects, man. You get on the pen on me, talk about it, man. What you think about it?
Man, you know me, I'm probably pissing people off, but I think all the way around, I don't care if it's planned or if it's an accident.
Mm-hmm.
When you 13, 14, 15, 16, and you have a baby, planned or not planned, how is that not selfish for your parents? First off, when you're a little girl and a little boy, you have no business out there having sex, and you're not even finished with your education.
Preach.
That's the first mess up. Accidents happen, but that's the first fuck up. Then you can preach to me all you want that you had a little job, but who's watching your baby when you at work? Who's watching your baby when you need to get out? Your parents. And how is that not selfish?
Thank you.
How is that not selfish when your parents are raising you? Now you got them raising both of you, because when you young like that, you think you're grown, but you're not grown. You're not grown because you're getting sexed up. You're not grown. Sex don't make you grown. It's 30-year-olds that having sex and can't, they're so immature, they're irresponsible. So grown is not having sex. And so I sit back over the years and I've watched a lot of my friends have babies at young age. It seems to be a trend. Just back. And I'm thinking to myself,
Thank you, brother.
How is this selfish to put on your parents and your grandparents? I hate when I see a woman who's a grandparent and finally got to that point where she can relax and have her own time, and then her kids bring babies home for her to raise. That's horrible. It's selfish, and it's considerate. However you want to put it, planned or not planned, it was a selfish act due to irresponsibility. You out there being grown, doing things you had no business doing at that age.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Preach.
I feel like this. I agree. I believe in abortion, and that pisses a lot of people off. But see, we have businesses, we own them, and I'm not gonna put it out there, but I'll put one out there. We have group homes for boys, and then the other thing deals with foster kids and placing them. And I tell you what you're doing. You're making me rich. You put my mama in a Rolls Royce. So I'm kind of torn. It's like I don't know whether I'm pissed because I'm watching all this irresponsibility, or I'm happy that you messing up, because every time you mess up, every child that comes through the system is cha-ching for me. It's crazy. All the way around, I hear people who have babies at young age bashing each other. Why are you you the same? That's like fat bashing fat. We both fat. God damn it! That's me and Chris trying to go at each other. We look stupid.
Exactly.
We look totally stupid.
Oh my God, that's true.
Yeah, maybe DJ Smooth or Chance, they could call us fat. For me, about how fat we are.
I wouldn't do that.
We're gonna have to get to a truce and have a pizza together or something. God damn it!
Right. Hey, that's real talk though. That's real talk though.
That's real talk though.
You fatty fat. You fatty fat. You.
I'm scared for Chris to lose weight. She might lose her great attitude.
She's like, either we gonna come together and have a pizza together, or we gonna work out together. But we look stupid up here.
I know, right? But you know what?
Hey,
that's funny. But you're preaching though. You preaching though. So, Trish, let me ask you this. So he's saying that now it says states. In the article that I read, it's not saying which states. I guess I got to do deeper research and saying which states. So going back, what you just said, all that what you said, and I agree with everything that you said. And you said you think abortion should happen. So with the kids young, like you say, they are young and they do end up pregnant. Would it be wrong if the parents made the child get an abortion? What do you think they should do?
Oh, I don't think it's wrong. First of all, being pregnant so young, you're too young to carry, you're too young to do all that. Your body is not physically ready for that. Your brain is not physically ready for that. In fact, I've never had an abortion. Let me put that out there because I don't like pain. I don't like self-inflicted pain. So what I did was decided I'm just not going to do things to where that will make me pregnant, because education and stuff comes first, and children are expensive. I don't care how you rock it.
Right. Come on.
I don't care how you want to put it. Children are expensive. So, I forgot what you asked. God damn it, I get into myself.
That's what it was, though. You lost your train of thought.
You were preaching too much. Yeah, you were preaching too much. You were preaching too much.
Feeling myself.
No, but I was asking you, what I'm saying, when the ages of the kids you was talking about, do you think it's fair that the parents make them go get an abortion or have them go get an abortion?
Absolutely fair. Because, see, I have a 12-year-old daughter, and I've had this discussion with my husband, and I said, man, what if she got pregnant? And I know this sounds cold to some people, but I have talked to her already. I've already had that so-called birds and bees. I broke it down to her, but I basically said your education is it comes first, and what a lot of young people do is they want to live all their life all at one time instead of realizing, hey, you have a lifetime to enjoy this. But I told her, you come home with some babies, you're going to have an abortion. If you refuse to have an abortion, I'm going to call his parents, and you could go over there and live with them and let them take care of your ass.
Okay. You know what? I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that at all. To me, I think that's a sign of tough love. That's a sign of tough love because just like you said, you have now put me in a position where I have to work probably harder than ever before when I don't have to. Hell, I'm already working my ass out trying to take care of you and me. Now you finna bring an extra mouth to feed, so it's gonna put more on me. It's gonna put more stress on me. So, and you ain't old enough to pay no bills. I can't make you pay no bills, although some people instill in their child early if they do got a job. They make them get them something, and I really ain't got no problem with that, but then I do, but it's all about teaching them morals. So I guess I can't just really have a problem with it, But then again, this their job. It's just their job, man. Let them have their money, So that's a double-edged sword to me. But you're absolutely right. To me, if you did that, that's a sign of tough love to me. So, hey, I salute you on that.
What about if you have other children in the house, Chris? What about if you have, like I have a stepdaughter, what does that send the message? What message does that send out to my son, to my stepdaughter, to my other stepson? What message that says it's okay? She did it, and they worked it out. I can do it. You have to think about everything, and it happens. That's why you have families with 3-4 daughter sons, and they all got people pregnant or they're pregnant because you allowed it. And my thing is, I work hard. I work hard to give my children a nice life, the conveniences, the extras. I try and instill values into them. And I will not allow my child, first of all, my daughter, to be laying up in my house and she out there having sex and coming home acting like she's some little girl, but you walking around with a big belly and you out there having sex. It's not going to happen. You're not going to bring your children, due to your selfishness and irresponsibilities, home to me. You're not going to do it. I'm not going to start over. I had 2 children and 2 extended family children. That's it. That's all. When I get to a certain age and we retire, we have plans, and you're not going to interfere with those plans. because I did what I was supposed to do.
Trisha, hey, I always love when we get on these subjects. I mean, I always love we get on these subjects. You be preaching, sister. You be preaching.
That's right. She's making me feel bad for getting pregnant at 16. Damn.
You were irresponsible. You was feeling yourself. Feeling yourself.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt saying that. I was selfish as the son of a bitch. It's true. I was pregnant at 16, and mom and dad had to take care of the shit, not me.
Yes, and somebody like you could go somewhere and tell these children, see, make it good. It's like, don't sit up there and bash the next person because the way they got pregnant. Go there and preach how you got pregnant, what you went through, what you put your parents through. Share it with them, and
they don't realize
learn
how
from other people's mistakes. Because I
still had to go through school, and I had to work, and it was
hard. It was hard.
I saw him about an hour or two a day till I graduated, and he was like 2 years old. Then it was like, well, I missed out on all of that because I was stupid.
And you know what I was doing when you guys were out there having them babies? I was big chilling. I was going to college. I was having a good time. And I would call my friends and be like, hey, you want to go out? Let me try and find a sitter. When they said that, I was like, sit in the wind. Catch me if you catch me. I don't have to go through that. I enjoyed my 20s. I enjoyed my 30s. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm an older mother, but see, the thing was, we made a plan. We're gonna finish school. We're gonna have a house. We're gonna be into our careers, and then we're gonna do this because I learned from other people's mistakes. I watched them struggle, and I said, I don't want to go through that. We're not going to have kids till we can afford kids and we can give them what they deserve because they didn't ask to come here. This is our decision.
Sometimes it's out of your hands. You can say that. I've said that. And I am sitting here right now living the life that you're just talking about. I am. My daughters are my granddaughters. I adopted them. I had to. I wasn't going to see them go into
That's a different story.
Yeah, but your son was older when he had them.
My son was an idiot. His woman, my sons walk around with a big old sign on the back of their ass. If you're dysfunctional, bitch, come get me. I swear to God. Now, this girl that had these babies, she says, well, I just wanted to dress them up. They're real. They're life. They breathe. What do you mean? They ain't no baby doll. And now I'm raising them. It's messed up. I told my sons to play.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, it's messed up. It's messed up big time because now she's saying it's unjust as my baby's taken from me, but then her arms are full of needle marks. What's injustice about this?
Now you got to start over raising children because of irresponsible people. And every time I see that, I cringe because it's so unfair when I see my friends even now that are raising grandbabies. And I don't have no business having friends that have grandchildren, but I know somebody, I know a dude that's 29 years old and he's a grandpa. And I'm just thinking, God damn, the cycle repeats itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and he's a grandfather. That child is probably he was 29 when he became a grandfather. That child is probably 4 years old now. And I cringe when I see older people in my neighborhood walking around with little kids bouncing and they got walkers. And I'm thinking to myself, that is so irresponsible and so selfish. Do they not know what they did to their parents? That's
Exactly.
cold-blooded.
Thank you.
I feel some type of way about that.
See, this is why I wanted some women on the panel because, like I said, y'all hitting, I agree with everything. And any other ladies who in the chat want to come in on the topic, hey, you more than welcome. I don't care about the camera because somebody said something about they ain't got no camera. I don't care about the camera. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, on this topic, y'all voice need to be heard. I want to hear y'all voice. And even some men, if they want to talk about it, hey, you got two men on here talking about it, And y'all hear these ladies, even Chance. This probably the much I've heard Chance talk about something. So I know we got a good subject going on. She talking going on.
Now we got Chance in the building. You already know it's a good subject. So if she's in the building, it's a good subject.
Well, I can't deny it. Someone asks me my age, and they'll be like, "Wait, how old's your son?" So it don't pay to lie about it. Hell, it's out there.
And I'm glad you own it. You own it, and it's good because I know a lot of people that don't own it.
My son is 24. My sister's 22. My brother's he just made 20. You know, my son is older than my brother and sister.
You know, but you want to know something? Here's another part to it. Shame. These kids lost shame. I had a little girl that came through my office last week, and I asked her, you have to ask the questions, are you sexually active? And she said, no, I just do oral. No. Where is the shame?
What?
Where's the shame? It's like you're not sexually active. You just, and you're not ashamed of it. I know I come from an era, if you were known as the school dick sucker, you were labeled a slut for life. There's no shame. And she was proud when she said it. She
that's like Bill Clinton saying, I did not sleep with that woman.
Right.
There's no shame. I'm telling you, there's no shame. I see it every day. I have little boys that come to the office saying, hey, I have safe sex. I use a condom. And I give oral. I said, do you use a condom, a dental dam when you do oral? No, I said, so it's cool to put a condom on, but eat some raw pussy. Where's the shame? Where's the common goddamn sense here?
You know what?
It doesn't make sense, does it?
Look. It ain't no shame. It ain't no shame because, like I said, if y'all seen my video I did about the young generation, if y'all seen the show that I did about the young generation, I talk about that. We need more people like Parnell from Minister Society. We know he couldn't do nothing for his child. And he told the man, look, teach him that I taught you the way it was bullshit. We need more people like him. If you know you ain't in jail and you in there and you got another man that's in and taking on the package that you left behind and you know you can't do shit about it, then that was good advice, Take my son. Teaching the way I taught you was bullshit. Bobby O.G. Johnson, South Central. All I want is my boy. And he was going to do anything that he can to get his boy back.
Yep.
And that's two of my favorite movies because they had like positive messages in it. And we don't have that anymore.
Nope.
That is gone. For all races. Yep. Now, somebody said it's too late. I don't want to never say it's too late because anybody can change because the young generation has room where they can fall flat in their face and get back up and dust themselves off and change themselves if they so choose to. Well, they got the opportunity. Somebody like me and DJ, who we get up in age, we got opportunity to fall, but we ain't got many.
Mm-hmm. That's the truth.
We don't have many opportunities to fall. We don't have many. So we got to try our best not to fall. And if we do fall, make sure that's not our last fall. So once that last fall we take, you ain't getting back up. You gone.
And that's why
you gone.
And that's why
And if you ain't got the dad and you ain't got the mom in the life, then what do the child have? Jumping from foster home, foster home, foster home, foster home. They're going to be confused because each family is going to be different. This is not what my mom and dad taught me. This is not what my mom and dad taught me. This is something totally different. I don't know what to do. My dad did, you know what I'm saying? They got me right, you know what I'm saying? When I fucked up, I got my ass whooped. I got on punishment. This family just let me do whatever the hell I want to do. This family right here just don't give a fuck. This family right here just don't give a damn. Give me some weed and liquor. Give them some weed and liquor. They good to go. I can do whatever the hell I want. Have sex, play games. Have sex, play games, skip school and everything. I'm preaching, but I ain't got my preaching for a song. And this is serious shit.
This is serious
shit. Can you guys hear me?
Shit, I got my shopper here. Go right here.
I'm not buying a red one. At least the tip will look like it's lit.
Well, send me one. then. I mean, this
you talking that good. That's that truth.
I'm working.
It is.
I'm working
this is
on
real
that.
shit.
Yeah, I'm working on that for you, Chris.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait till you tell me you got it. And this is the man who, like I said in that video, my grandmother had one of the best daycares down here in Memphis, Tennessee. And that woman taught me how to take care of kids. Whenever she had to go run errands, she taught me what to do. And not only that, I took 2 years of child care in high school. Folks thought I was doing it for the females. That wasn't the case because half of them want to attract them no way. And half of them probably doing school gonna end up getting pregnant anyway. If not doing school right after school, they're gonna get pregnant. So what the hell I'm going there for the females for? It don't mean me no damn good. If my mom won't go pay that shit, if I got somebody pregnant, Trish, she probably would have said the same thing you said. Oh, hell no. Go stay with them then. Carry your ass on over there. Carry your ass on over there.
Can I share something?
Over there.
I'm not
Can I
taking
share
care of it.
something that? Oh yeah, can I share something that my parents told me?
Go ahead, dear.
My parents told me, you know, from a very early age, like even before they were teaching, you know, sex ed, you know, this is how when babies are made, and they didn't lie to me and tell me a historic story or anything like that. And then as I got older, they would see like, you know, girls, like 6th grade girls wanting to put on lipstick, and this is like 1996, right? And wanting to do all this. And my dad turned to me and he said, listen, you're only a kid once. But remember, if you start doing all this stuff where you're acting like you're grown, then you don't need to live in our house. And if you start engaging in adult activities, and he said, sex, putting on makeup, and all that stuff, he's like, if you think that you want to do that, you can come and talk to both of your mom and I, and we'll talk about it, you know, when you get to be a teenager, and then we'll talk about birth control and all that stuff. But if you're trying to do that beforehand, and you end up pregnant and you don't say anything to us and you just show up, you're going to have to go live with their family. You're going to have to go live somewhere else because we're not raising everything that we give you and everything that we work hard for. We're not throwing it away on someone who's decided to throw their self in the gutter. You can go and live in the cesspool by yourself.
That's right.
Yeah. And the thing is I was never that type of girl that was, you know, as they call fast. I was never like that. I was a tomboy. But I didn't get upset when he said that. It just reinforced to me how important it is to make good choices and to be careful who you engage in activities with. So all through my high school, I was named a lesbian because I didn't make out with anybody. I didn't do anything with anybody. And they were like, oh, she's a lesbian. And I was fine with that because you know what? I'm not trying to get married. My parents instilled in me that when you do those type of behaviors, you are trying to find a mate. You are with a mate. You're with someone that you have decided that you might want to make children with. And there's a process to that. So respect. So if you're not ready for that, and then as I got older, it was, well, you know, be responsible. You know, yes, when, you know, people don't wait till marriage, but be responsible. Be on birth control. Use condoms. And if you cannot do that, then you are not adult enough to engage in adult activity. And that's what I say to all of these young people that are having sex. You know, they're 19, 18, whatever, and they have like 3 kids. And I'm like, you're not adult enough to engage in that activity.
Sure, that sounds. I was afraid of my mama. Shit, my mama and daddy told me they beat my ass, and I believed them. It was crazy. My mom used to go to the gynecologist with me. She went to the gynecologist with me. Goddamn it!
And how was I gonna feel up in there if that gynecologist looked up and said, "Hey, she's been tampered with"? I was gonna get my ass beat up in the gynecologist.
I was afraid. I was afraid of
do it.
Oh yeah,
I was afraid of being. I was shamed.
Right. I was afraid of being disowned, and as soon as I started, this may be TMI, but as soon as I started getting my friend, you know, and I was quote unquote becoming a woman, my mom took me to see her gynecologist, and we had visits and stuff like that, and my mom would ask me every time, "Do you have something you need to tell me? Do we need to go on birth control?" And I would go, "No ma'am, because I didn't want to be disowned. I didn't want to bring shame upon my family and what they had done for me."
Your mom asked you? My mom asked the gynecologist, "Is she intact?" And the gynecologist said, "Yes." Look, my parents put me in so much fear. I wasn't even allowed to date until I was 18. You know, but when I did turn 18, people kept asking me to go on dates. I said, no, 19, no, 20, no. And finally one day, somebody said, "You're 20 years old. Why don't you date? You're old enough, aren't you?" And I said, "Wait a minute. I sure am." much fear of me. Now I'm out on my own, living on my own, and I forgot I'm old enough to date now.
Exactly.
So that's how that went.
I had.
Hey, you know,
I had.
But if you think about it, it was good that they did that narrow path to where that you didn't have to really make the mistakes that our siblings, parents, or whoever else did. Now, a lot of times, though, let me ask, doesn't it seem funny that everybody wants to act like they're grown, but then when grown things happen, now they want to act like a kid again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It happens every day.
Oh, yeah. That's the truth.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, like, my parents started with me. They didn't wait until I was in high school, in middle school. They started with me young, talking about the kind of life that I want and what it's gonna take to get there. And they made it known.
Yep.
Well, you know, if you choose to do this activity, that's gonna get in the way. If you choose to do that activity, that's gonna get in the way. And I had a boyfriend, my high school sweetheart. I had a boyfriend, and even then, I was still going to my visits, and I was still going to the gynecologist. And my mom would give me the benefit of the doubt because they raised me a certain way, but she did certainly double check with the gynecologist, and they were like, nope, she's still good. And my mom was like, okay,
Yep.
okay, because if anything weird happened, my mom, like, they say that they would disown me, but I know my parents, I wouldn't be here speaking to you today.
Well, here's the thing. I want to backtrack on something you said. You said, the kids in school thought you was a lesbian.
Yes.
Because you wasn't cutting up with none of these nappy-headed little boys. How my grandma used to say it back then, these nappy-headed little boys. She used to say it back in the day.
Yeah.
That's crazy when people think like that, because what's happening with that is you being disowned by your friends. And you know, back in the day when you would have came out and say that you are gay or lesbian, your own folks down there would disown you. They would disown you. Right. Especially your sisters and your brother. They would literally disown you. I don't fuck with that bitch. That bitch pregnant. That bitch, she a dyke. That bitch dyke. Well, that nigga right there gay, man. I can't fuck with him, man. I can't fuck with him. And that shit, right? Shit flows into the school. Your friends find out you gay, they disown you. Yeah. So it's like you in lost situation, because everybody used to walk away from you. Now it's amazing that in these states that people has passed the laws for same sex to be married. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. They tried to pass it down here in Tennessee.
Hey, Tony.
It ain't happening.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Tony, how you doing, boo?
Good morning. Good morning.
It ain't happening because they say we at the Bible Belt. So that shit ain't gonna fly down here.
Right.
Reason that when they tried to do that, it's like everybody and they daddy, everybody they mama came out homosexual or lesbian.
Yeah, they came out of the woodwork.
Everybody come out as homosexual and lesbian. Now I agree with what a lot of people say. These people try to push this shit on you like you're supposed to accept it. You ain't gotta accept the goddamn thing. I mean, I guess if it's with your family, you ain't got no choice but to accept it. If it's your immediate family, your blood family, then yes, you ain't got no choice but to accept it. Especially if that's your son or your daughter, you ain't got no choice but to accept it. What you gonna do? Kill them? What you gonna do? Beat their ass? Now let me not say kill them, because some people do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Some people do that. I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah. Well, I have a theory about that, and this is just what I think. This is not fact, but I noticed that the more over-sexualized TV becomes, and certain groups are targeted and things like that, and then along with this liberalism, feminism stuff, that's being pushed on children at a very early age.
Yep.
And so the children grow up in this, well, maybe I'm this and maybe I'm that, and then they're so young that because they're engaging in these things that feel pleasurable, we all know, and they're so young, and their mind, that their little brains don't process that. Oh, it feels good just because it's pleasure. They don't process, and then they link that to, well, I must be gay, or I must be this, or I must be that. And like Tony and I were having a conversation about a channel that was designed to talk to kindergartners and toddlers,
preschoolers,
yeah, about
I think Tony sent me that. Is that lady?
Yeah.
That's that lady who talking about?
Yep, I
Yeah.
remember.
Tony, we need to talk about that before this show is over. Tony, me and you need to talk about that. We gonna end the show off with me and you talking about that, because I thought that was so crazy. Stay to kindergarten children.
Yeah, her target audience starts at 3 years old.
Yeah.
No,
and
no. Wait. See, shit like that pisses me off.
Yeah,
Right.
It pisses me off.
It
And I'm
pisses
tell
me
you
off
why.
too.
I'll tell you why. Because what up, KP, my dude? He made it. What's up, bro? Off. Because when you trying to tell them bullshit like that at the age of 3,
right,
you not give them a chance to decide on shit.
exactly.
Yep.
And I have to tell you,
It's okay to be like this. You don't know if it's okay with them to be like this. You don't know if it's okay with a child to be transgender. You don't know if it's okay with a child to be a homosexual. You don't know if it's okay with a child to be a lesbian.
Right.
Hey, can I preach?
and I have to,
Can I preach, bro?
And
Hey, let him preach. Let him preach.
oh yeah, preach.
Wait. You don't know at 3 years old if a kid okay with that bullshit. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yep.
What is wrong with you people? And
shouldn't be that way.
Wait. And I'm gonna tell you something else too that I'm pissed off about. Why would YouTube, since YouTube trying to censor shit like this that we talking about? That's why I took Trump's name out the motherfucking out the title, because motherfucker gonna try to come and break down my shit.
Right.
So that's why I said president. So take my channel down or demonetize my fucking video for we talk about something as serious as this that needs to be talked about. But you got a motherfucker like that that's telling kids it's okay to be transgender. No motherfucker see nothing wrong with that.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Have her channel right now, but
Tony and I were talking about that, and she was like, "You saw that too?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was mad. And normally I don't flag things down, but I flagged the excuse my language, sorry. I flagged the heck out of it.
Say what you gotta say.
I flagged the shit out of that channel because I was like, no. I understand what YouTube is supposed to be, but no, I am not allowing this. This is not okay, because children's minds develop in a certain, as a former educator, as a former teacher, okay, children's minds form around what they're exposed to, and they're like a sponge, and there are certain times that you need to let them grow and critique and experience certain things. You cannot just drop it in their face, because they will absorb it and then they will become it. And that's why when I taught special ed, I made sure that all of the general ed teachers, I would go visit those classrooms and I would go, "What are you saying to the kids? What are you da 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 da?" Because I wanted to make sure that, especially not just my kids, but all the kids were not being given a defeatist feminist attitude, that the little boys were not being told that there's something wrong with them, because that's what was happening. Because little boys have, like, little kids have energy, period, but little boys have a lot more energy. It's biological. It happens.
Hold on, Pam. Hold on, Pam. Forget it. Untouchable. That's cool. We got a person named Constructive Thinking. They coming in already hitting on the topic, and they absolutely right. They first said, why it's so hard to take birth control pills and wear condoms? Exactly. It ain't hard. Motherfuckers just don't do it. You missed what I said in the beginning. I said this in the beginning. Us as men, when we get horny, we like dogs in heat with that peak thing hanging out. We just got to stick it in something wet and moist. And we don't even think about the condom, because we think it ain't going to happen. So it ain't hard. It's just us making dumb decisions and don't use it.
Well, it's
so
usually...
that's absolutely right. Hold on, baby. And then he came back and said, he or she, whoever it is, These people are not taught. They will continue to go around in circles. I was told to wear a condom, and I still do. Hey, the mayor then. Salute, brother. Salute.
Mm-hmm.
Salute, brother.
Absolutely.
Hey, mama. And he said he ain't got no kids. Hey, we in the same boat, brother. I ain't got no kids either. Then he came back and said,
I want to expand on something.
I am not going to bring life into this world with all these crazy kids.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something.
That's a logic man right there. Hey, bro, you want to get on the panel, man? Talk it up with us, bro. I love you get on the panel, man. That's what's up. Pan, go ahead and say what you gotta say. Let me give somebody a chance to talk.
No, it's okay. I was going off topic. It's fine.
No, I got something to say, Chris, real fast. Trip on this. I have something more deplorable. You know, sometimes when you're a little girl, I was a tomboy. I had 6 brothers, so I was a tomboy growing up, but I was never a lesbian. But when I was a little girl, because the boys could do things I couldn't, like pee with their pants up, I used to say, I want to be a little boy. And my mom would laugh. But what's real deplorable, right now is in LA Children's Hospital, they're doing transgender operations on little children that are saying,
"Oh, come on, are you serious?"
And that's what I was gonna lead into. Wow. Yeah, because there's a war on boys.
Legally,
there's a war on boys.
How could the parents allow that? Now, what if my mother would have taken me serious and said, "You want to be a little boy? Okay, I'm gonna take you to LA Children's Hospital." I would be stuck right now. I wouldn't know what to do because I like men. I'm married a goddamn man. So it's like, how do you allow that child to make that decision at such a young age? How do you allow that? And how are you doing this legally?
I am so.
Can I say one more thing?
Like this,
yeah.
I am so.
Can I speak after Patricia?
Sick of hearing dumb shit like this. Why the fuck would you even allow somebody to put some kind of fucking operation like that on a kid?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you do that? And all these pedophiles out here and shit. Do you wonder what's going on?
Yeah.
You wonder what's going on?
Yeah, children legally going under the knife.
Hell would you allow an operation center to operate on a child to make them transgender? You got to be the stupid or the sickest motherfucker in the world.
You don't care and you're getting a paycheck. That's what it is.
Whatever facility that is doing that need to be shut down immediately.
Yeah, there's in the 60s, there's this man, woman. No, he was born a little boy, and his parents made the decision that he was a little girl, and they transitioned him when he was a child into being a little girl. And as he got older, he was really, really confused because he had male feelings. And so he found out what, his parents had done, and he detransitioned back to being a male. And he was like, no one ever gave me an opportunity. Mm-hmm. And no one ever gave me a chance for me to decide who I was. But I've been a little boy this whole time. Wow. And this was in the 60s.
Yeah, horrible.
That's crazy.
That's horrible. You hear stories like that all the time. Just like in the schools in California, they try to enforce, only way I can say is gay education into the classrooms to make it
okay. They are.
Like that. And parents rally, and it's not there because I feel like nobody should force that upon our children. If that's you, that's you. Because growing up, I come from an age where we knew that one little boy jumping rope and playing jack, something was off with him. We didn't shun him. We didn't say, oh, we not play. He played with all the girls. But it's like crazy because when all the new laws came into effect, you started seeing a lot of people that you had no idea that were gays and lesbians, but now they're comfortable and they're coming out. But it's like they're trying to force this upon our children. Then when somebody like the president of Chick-fil-A says he doesn't agree with it, they want to attack him. Why is that? Why are people attacked? Because you have a right to believe in what you want to believe in. Look, my thing is I don't believe in it.
It's awkward. It's not no. It's me. Okay, I don't preach hate. I don't care what you do and what you are, just as long as it's not in my face. Even my children, I said when I was a teenager, I'd be like, I'm not going to accept it. But the truth is, if my child, knock on wood, Lord, please, turns out gay, hope it don't happen. I'm still gonna love my child. You're just not gonna be allowed to live that lifestyle around me. You can't bring your lovers to me. I'm not going to no same-sex weddings. I don't preach hate to my children. I preach tolerance, but yet I choose what I want to accept and not accept. And what's wrong with saying I don't believe in it without being attacked? And that's where I have a problem.
There's nothing.
Wait. Okay, wait. Let's take a breather. I don't like this at all. I didn't know none of this shit was going on. So that's why I'm glad I got women on here. DJ, I told you, bro. What I tell you if I came, I said, bro, I got a topic me you need to hit for anybody else go live or anybody else hit it. Did I tell you that?
That's why we did it.
And you said, okay, man, give me 10 minutes. Let's do it. When I told you what it was, you like, uh-oh. And see, that's why I say I wanted women on here because these women are dropping fast. They telling shit to me. I didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah,
I didn't even know this shit was going on. And I'm glad they brought Tony, and I'm glad whoever brought Tony, and I'm glad they did.
Can I say something? Because I'm gonna have to drop off in a few minutes.
Okay, go ahead, dear. Go ahead, dear.
Yeah, as far as hold on one second, sorry. Hello. Sorry about that. This is what I wanted to say. One, God bless President Trump. Thank you for giving us the right to defund Planned Parenthood in our own state. My grandmother is a strict Catholic, and she does not agree with using her tax dollars for abortions, and I don't agree with it either. If you made a bad decision, that's on you. That's not on us.
There you go.
If you want to, if you're going to kill your baby, that's on you. That's not on us. And I don't think we should have to pay for things like that. We already pay for war. We kill people. And we're acting like people in Syria are more important than all the babies that are targeted in the Black and Latino community, which affects me because I am part of the Latino community, and I don't like Planned Parenthood ads targeted toward my people that are empowered by killing our own children. And they target more than they target anybody else.
Thank you.
And moreover, on Twitter, Planned Parenthood even has a Planned Parenthood African American Twitter. African Americans are the only ones on Twitter with their own Planned Parenthood Save Planned Parenthood abortion. That is a fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony.
Sorry, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you kind of going in and out, so I'm guessing you're on the phone or something.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm a little bit outside because I have children in the house. I didn't want them to hear my conversation.
We're trying to make the best of what you're saying. though. Go ahead.
All right. Sorry. Hold on. Let me hang up and I'll call right back. Sorry.
Yeah, please do. Cause I got a question to ask you. What you do?
Yeah, what's the?
Keenan, you with us?
That was beautiful.
Yes. Can you hear me?
All right, awesome. Okay.
Is my mic cute or cool? Because
oh, you sound good, bro. You sound good.
You sound nice.
Yeah.
You sound good. You sound nice and clear.
I got a nice crisp mic.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Am I on? So Don, what's up, baby? Let's take a breather. Let's take a break. DJ, let's do the prayer, bro. Because this is too much, man.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This is too much, brother. This is too much. You know how I am about kids, bro. You know how I am about kids, DJ.
Hi, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we hear you a little better.
You're breaking up, love.
Oh. Let me try again. Sorry.
I hear you. No, I hear you. No. I hear you.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I would love to be in on that call when you talk to Tony too, because I have a lot to add to that show.
I'm all right now, but she said she gotta go, so I guess I could do another live show and she could talk to me about it. We could do another live show probably later on or tomorrow.
Yeah, because
anybody want to get on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody want to get on it? She say she got to leave this evening because I ain't got nothing to do, or we could just do it too.
Yeah, I was just drinking my coffee. I was drinking coffee right now. And then like when I seen it come up on my like cell phone, I was like, yeah, I gotta get on this. But like I'm an hour late. Like I'm an hour late, and I was mad at that. I'm like, yo, I'm an hour late.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for being late.
I had to sit down. I had to sit down tweets all over the place, man. But that's okay. We got people rolling in, man, so it's okay. Who is this person of constructive think, man? Because I love how this brother talking. Chloe, is this one of your peoples?
No, but he can be. I don't know him.
I like who this person is. Constructive. You ain't subbed. Man, sub to the channel, man. I would like you to get on the panel because you talking logic, bro. So you want to get on the panel, man? I seen the link. What, Tony? You still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. Can you guys hear me all right?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, go ahead, dear. You sound nice and clear now. Go ahead.
All right,
go ahead
great.
what you were saying.
I'm hiding in the bathroom so the children don't hear me. I was trying to hide in the backyard, but I lost reception.
Go ahead, dear. Go ahead.
Well, what I wanted, let me make sure that door is locked. What I wanted to say regarding homosexuality and the gay agenda, because there is a gay agenda, and I've never had a problem with people being gay. I have gay friends. That's not a problem. I know racist people always say I have a black friend. Whatever. I don't care.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
This is my problem with the gay agenda. One, I have a child in elementary school that is going to be affected by things that I do not. The Power Ranger movie, they had a coming out story. Okay, coming out story in a kid's movie, and his grandfather wanted to take him to the movie, and I said, no, let's take him to see something else because there is a coming out story. He said, I understand. So he did not take him. So when he gets older, he can see that later. But at this age, to introduce things like that into movies and into education, it pisses me off because I don't want my child to see certain things until a certain age, because at the age he is now, 2 years ago, he would, if he sees something on TV, he's a transformer. He's a dinosaur. He is a wizard. So if you introduce things like this to him, he's going to be like, I'm a transgender and I have magical transgender powers. He turns into any cartoon that he sees that looks entertaining. Now, if you put a bunch of glitter on something and say it's gold and give it to a child, they're going to want to play with it.
Exactly.
And that is an irresponsible thing to do to children, and it's dishonest because they know exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it, and they say it in this language. If you introduce it to them young, then they don't have those prejudices. They don't have a feeling like there's anything wrong with it. And I'm going, why would you, somebody who cannot even bear children with your partner if you are the same sex, have any concern of what my child or anybody else's child has a problem with or accepts? Because my child is not your child. Your child is someone you'd either have to adopt or go out of the realm of your comfort zone and your sexual orientation to procure a child. Okay, I can marry somebody and I will have a child with him because I am a hetero woman. That doesn't make me a better person. It makes it a fact. So you cannot, in fact, have a child with the person that you love as a gay or lesbian and then go into my school and tell my children that they need to be more accepting of who you have sex with. Because as soon as you put sex into a conversation with my child, you have done something dishonorable. And you have done something that borders on the line of pedophilia, because my child does not need his teacher saying, well, this is Da Vinci and he was a great inventor and he liked to have sex with guys.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying to my child when you say that he's gay, because now you have to explain what gay is. And gay is not your personality, it is your sexual preference. And your sexual preference has no place in school. It has no place in history. It has no place in anything. I don't care if it hurts someone's feelings, because it's hurting my child if you have to introduce sexual orientation to my son.
Amen, Tony. Amen.
Tony, hopefully, tomorrow holiday. If I get a chance this evening, I want to get.
Ain't nobody care about the holiday.
I want to do.
No one cares about Easter and kids though. Eggs.
I have to take the kids.
So the kids probably care for it.
Yeah, I
but Tony, this one
holiday because I have children that I'm taking them to festivities. So
Tom, this is what I want to do. If I get a chance this evening or any other day, I want to do a show with you.
Okay.
And I want you to talk to us about this lady you was telling me about. I watched the video you see me, just I had a chance to get around and do some more research to talk about it. But you'll know about the situation more than I will. So if you don't mind, if we get a chance later on this evening, you available, let's do a show together. You'll be my co-host.
Well, you know,
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
It'll be Easter.
She want to be on the panel.
Yeah,
too.
if you could do it Monday, I'd actually have more time Monday.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. We can do
and I'll send you a private message and we can schedule that with Patricia.
Okay. Monday. Thank you, dear. We try to set. What up, Shag? I see you. We'll try to set something up Monday.
Yeah.
For then, I appreciate it because this is a good subject, and I think that right there would be a good subject too. Because I'm not with that, and I wish I could get a hold of this some black guy. I tweet him every time I do a show, but I guess he gets some tweet he don't see it, you know. And I would love to have him on. So, yeah, Tony, let's do that. I'm gonna try my best to make time Monday, so we can do that show. I think that'll be a good one too, because we got a lot of people coming into this one. We got a lot of people coming into this one. And Shag, I think this is his first time being over here. What's up, Shag? And Constructive. That guy in there, man, just hitting bombs in the chat room. I'm loving this shit. So
yeah, and
if you through
I can share.
If you go ahead there.
No.
Go ahead. Patricia.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
No. Wait. No. Yeah, if you are through, Tony, we're gonna take a breather, let DJ do his thing.
Oh yeah, please. Yeah, please, because
a lot of people asking about me and DJ. A lot of people asking about me and DJ. You know, we've been slipping, so a lot of people ask, man, y'all need to come back. So we trying to be back, and we coming on strong, and we doing a damn good job right now. So
no, and I really appreciate you having a show like this because it is something that needs to be talked about. Because the LGBT community is basically as Patricia always says, they are the squeakiest wheel, and they're going to get the oil because we're not making enough noise. And parents and people that feel like their children are going to be adversely affected, we're not having our voices heard because one, we're not making enough noise, and two, because people who want to say something are afraid that they're going to get or this or that, and it doesn't make sense that my opinion and my voice is less valid a parent than somebody who does not have children.
Thank you. Exactly. Thank you.
And we do,
Tony, Tony, let me ask you a question before you go, dear. Let me ask you one question.
Yes.
You see my title?
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Okay. There's where the article looking at saying President Trump signs bill allowing states to deny Planned Parenthood, but I took his name out of it because the risk of people trying to flag it, or whatever the case may be. So it says states, but it doesn't say which states he has signed it for. And I try to see was this a false story or real story. Right now, I'm not seeing nothing that says that it's fake.
Right.
So in your opinion, before you go, dear, do you think he's right for doing this? Because it said in the article, some women think it's an attack on women. And like I said in the beginning, I got mixed emotions about it. But let me ask you, as a woman, you are a white woman.
Well, no, I'm
how
not.
You feel about it? You think it?
I'm not.
Oh, well, wherever you mix with, you're a woman. You're a woman. Wherever you mix with, you're a woman. So how you feel about it? I mean, do you think it's a good thing to do?
I think it's a wonderful thing to do. I think it was the right thing to do. Because only half of women in the United States agree with abortion. The other half do not. Also, the attack on women is not whether or not we can, and I told you how I feel about Planned Parenthood. They target my community. They want my children, and with their Women's March with the pink hats, one of their commercials, and they pass it off as a short film, a short story film. It is not a short film, okay? If you go back and watch it on Women's March right around that time, if I find it, I'll link it to you, Chris, so you can show it or you can share it and everybody can see it. Yeah, it is a commercial. Okay, because Women's March with the pink hats is funded by abortion clinics. It is funded by people who make profit off of killing babies. And that commercial, which they passed, was targeted to young Black women and young Latino women. And they made it seem like they're fighting for something that is to keep their rights. And the highlight of it was keep abortion legal. Okay, that was a commercial, and people are so stupid and caught up in their own empowerment by trickery. They're being tricked into feeling empowered, and they feel like, well, these people are saying that I'm empowered, so I'm going to go with them. No, they are tricking you because they make money off you. That's what commercials do. And I got so upset about that, I forgot what I was going to say. This is the attack on women, Chris. This is the attack on women. It is not just, it is not President Trump. It is not him defunding Planned Parenthood. He's giving us a choice if we would like to do it, and that is not taking away our power. That is a choice where we did not have one before. The attack on women is the new Dove commercial where the mother is actually a transgender man. He is the father of the child, and now he is a woman. That is an attack on femininity. That is an attack on women. And they're turning women into men, and people are going, oh, well, if you're not with it, then you're against women. No, I am against men being passed off as women. That is an attack on women. When a transgender person, or as I like to call them because I'm from the 90s, a cross-dresser, when Bruce Jenner gets Woman of the Year award, that is an attack on women. That is an attack on femininity.
Holy shit, really?
Wow. Telling me that
I hate you gotta go. Man, you is coming here taking it.
Putting on makeup, if you put on dress and makeup and that makes you a woman, then how am I any more of a woman or less of a woman than a man with a dress? I am a woman. You put on a dress. You are a cross-dresser.
Wow.
I don't have to put on makeup.
Tony, I hate you gotta go, dear. I hate you gotta go, man.
And I will still.
I hate you gotta go.
I hate you gotta go because you brought so much light to this conversation, and you just blow my mind. All of y'all blowing my mind. That's why I wanted women on here, man. Man, we doing a good job, man.
Yeah,
Tony, I hate you gotta go.
If I can come back, I'll come back. But I'll.
Please do, dear. Please do, dear. Please do.
Right.
Please do.
Yes.
Tony, before you go.
Yes.
2 minutes, okay? I got a question for you. What do you think about stem cell research?
Stem cell research from the abortion of murdered.
Yeah.
I think that if stem cell research exists, it should be a voluntary thing. We have stem cells in our amniotic sac. What is it? The umbilical cord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can ask women to voluntarily donate their stem cells, right? There's no need for it to come from abortions because abortions aren't really necessary. They are a market. It is a business, and they make money off of it. And anytime they're using that to push for science, that doesn't make any sense because if that's where they're getting it, that's why they want to keep it. They're making money off of it. They want to keep it. And they're going to make us feel like we're empowered by doing it. Women give birth every day. You can easily say at the hospital, can we donate this to science? I have been asked when I was in the hospital, will you participate in this research that I'm doing? You can ask people and not offend them. But when they're using it from those particular situations, no, I don't agree with it because there is a business in it and they want to keep it. So no, I don't agree with it. Because you have to follow the money.
Do me a favor, man. Don't say no more. I mean, because we can use that knowledge you speaking for the show. We can try to do Monday. So let's save some of that for Monday because people love what you're saying. Look at the chat. You got the chat like, shit, please do come back. Dear, please do come back because we hit a subject you can hit on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tom.
I'm going to try my best.
Thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate you giving me.
I'm going to try my best to get a show. I'm trying my best to let us do this show on Monday because Pam said she want to be on too. If we do, Pam gone, but she'll be back. She said she want to be on a panel too. So, yeah, let's talk. And if we got time Monday, let's do it, chick. Let's do it.
Salute, panel.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you so much.
Bye, Tony.
Chris, I'm going to have to go too because my Planned Parenthood today turned 7 years old.
Oh, really?
And we
Yeah, he's 7 years old, and he done already woke up and said it's my birthday, so I have to have breakfast in bed. So,
he exercised
he told me it was his day.
You know what? Thank you so much, because I love when you're on my panel, man. No matter what we talk about, you hit this shit on a nail. You hit it, baby.
Man, I
appreciate you too. But do me a favor, please stay for the prayer, and you can go. DJ, do your thing, brother. Let's take a break.
All right, everybody, let's take a break because we've had a serious subject going on. I think we even went down a rabbit hole a couple of times, but it was good though.
Yes,
I've been listening for the whole thing. So if you please chat, if you can pause just for a couple of minutes as I pray over this subject, and amongst other things, I would really appreciate it. And I know Team Chris would really appreciate it because I'm going to get ready to pray on a serious subject here. So if you will, please bow your heads, close your eyes. Here that we all desperately need. Dear Heavenly Father, we once again thank you for another day that you have bestowed upon us. But most of all, Lord, we're going into a transition to where like we're seeing a lot of things happen that is out of our control with our voices, and voices can be heard. But most of all, though, just a lot of things are taking place that you have said in your word. But at the same time, though, it's getting worse and worse. We just want to take this opportunity just to say thank you for being who you are, for sending your only begotten son, but most of all, loving us the way that you do, even though sometimes we just don't deserve to be loved the way that you love us. And for this, we say thank you. We thank you, Lord, for all those who are here in the chat room and then on the panel, Lord. And I just pray, Lord, in the name of Jesus, that you will bless each and every household that is represented here. Pray, Lord, that you will place a hedge of protection around each and every one of them. Go with them on the highways and on the byways. If they're visiting families here and abroad, Lord, keep them safe. Keep them away from harm, any hurt, or any type of danger in your son Jesus' name. Lord, we also are getting ready to celebrate your resurrection from the cross, that you were crucified for things that you had no business being crucified for. But at the same time, we know that it had to be fulfilled in your word. And for this also, we say thank you. I pray, Lord, in the name of Jesus, for everyone who is here and for those who desired to come but weren't able to make it. I just pray, Lord, that you will give them all a special blessing that they deserve and that they need in the name of Jesus today. Each and every one of us here, Lord, you know our needs, you know our wants, you know all the desires of our hearts. But most of all, Lord, help us, Lord, to love one another as you have loved us and continue to love us. In the name of Jesus today. Ready to close the prayer. I pray, Lord, that everyone here be heard, not with too much of a firm hand or an iron fist, but do it with a hand that is loving, that's kind and understanding. For all that you do, for all that you have done and have plans to do. We give you all praise and all honor and all glory that you deserve. For we love you, Lord. Asking these things in Jesus' name we pray. Let everyone say amen.
Amen, brother, man. You hit this shit with a passion, bro. You hit that with a passion. That's what's up, man. They ain't heard that in a while. Man. Trisha, thank you so much, dear. And if you got time and we still live, please come back.
All right, I really, really, really enjoyed this. Nice being here, Chris, as always, and DJ and everybody else. Have a beautiful day. I'm about to go celebrate your birthday.
You too, Trish. Happy birthday to your son. Happy birthday to your son. Happy birthday
to him, man. If I don't get to talk to you, happy Easter to you, dear.
Yes, same here. The big 7. Let's go do this. All right. Have a great day. All right.
Thank you.
DJ Dude, I feel good, bro. I feel good because I see politics subjects bring a lot of attention. You know, I'm not a politics guy.
Okay. Chris, I don't mean to interrupt you. Ahead, I just want to say amen to DJ C Smooth's prayer. And
okay, no problem, bro. No problem.
Okay, go ahead. I'm done.
Oh, okay. I thought you had something to say. I am so glad we did this, man. Now, you know, I'm not a political person, man. You know, because like I said, I'm kind of literate to a lot of political stuff. But, you know, like I told you before we did this, bro, this. I knew we could hit this. Now, pretty much all the women is gone, and I hate that. I hate all the women gone. Maybe Payne gonna come back. I don't know. But the women that we did have hit this shit on
what the hell am I?
You're wrong point.
I'm not finna pass it to you. I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it. And Tony just came in and just blew my mind, bro.
Yeah,
I heard.
Yeah, I enjoyed her.
I'd have heard Tony on panels. I'd have heard Tony's on panels, but I ain't never heard her go hard on a title like she did on this one.
Right.
And I hope I had time for me and her to do a Monday show. I hope we had time, man, because she gonna kill it.
Yeah.
She gonna kill it.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She is gonna kill it. Biscay say they steer her. I'm talking on the panel. Now, Biscay, you want to get on the panel and put your input in? You more than welcome
please.
to. Please.
Please come on.
Mama was in the chat. Why ain't she on the panel?
I had no idea. She didn't ask. I can't read their mind. I can't read their mind. I don't just invite people. I just don't invite people. They got to tell me they want to get on. I just don't invite people. They got to tell me they want to get on. Just like you. You always say, hey, I want to get in. Or you say you don't want to get in. I can't read your mind. You know?
I'm going to be on this subject. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I kind of figure you would. So like I said, man, ladies, y'all in the chat, y'all that came on this panel, hey, Chris don't love you long time, but I'm not horny. But me love you long time. Me love you long time.
Yeah, send Mama the link because we need her on here too.
Yeah, do.
Oh, there she go. She said send Linky. I sure will send the Linky. I've seen the Linky.
Send the Linky.
Sir Don said abortion stops future criminals and overpopulation. Ooh.
Yeah, that's serious right there. You got a point. He does have a point.
He do. That's my dude right there. Not today, Chris. Running out of time on my end. All right, bitch, guy, cool.
Okay, but to the next time.
While I'm adding up Mama Linus, man, let's pass on to Chloe. I mean, she finna stump the yard too. I know she is. So, Chloe, you see the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's fair for him to deny this, or what's your opinion over the whole thing?
Well, what it is he's given the states. If you go look at the bill, he's given each state their right to deny it. He didn't say he's done not to fund. He's given all the states their rights to deny it. Each state has the right to deny it or say no, we're going to fund it. That's what the bill.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the way I see it is, no president has a right to say yes or no to anything. My issue is, why should I and my tax dollars paying for someone else's mistake or paying for some other mother that, I just went to a baby shower, like 12 years old, went to a baby shower, and they all happy and everything. This is a 14-year-old child having a baby. How can you be happy about this? And then they have this tree thing that you pin these dollars on. And all she's thinking about is a new pair of jeans she's going to buy with them dollars. Them dollars are for your baby's diaper.
Thank you. Thank you.
You see what I'm saying? There's too many little girls out there that they think it's a baby doll and it's a living life. It's a real thing. It costs money. It not only costs money, but you got to teach them. And I'm like Patricia, I come from an era where if I got pregnant, I better be afraid to go home. That's all it was to it. We feared our parents' authority. It wasn't because we were scared they beat us and stuff. No, we feared their authority.
It's about shame, yeah.
And now you got children having babies and all this other stuff. No, each state is going to say whether they want to fund it or not. And that's the same thing with welfare. Our welfare system's about to go bust because we got too many girls and too many boys out there playing grown up and they messing themselves up. It's like I told my sons when they were growing up, I had to be the mom and dad both. And I told them, you plastic wrap them puppies until you are old enough, because I know you're gonna go do it when you're not around me. It's just gonna happen. Things happen. I've been young one.
You do realize, like, everyone is trying to hold a boy or a man to a standard that they're not trying to hold women to. Women have 33 options. 33.
And I understand that.
I don't care what anyone else says.
No. Let me finish. Women have a responsibility to themselves. Is what
Of course they have responsibility. They have 33 options.
But it's both on wrong end. It's both on. If you look out at the young people today, I'm talking the young people.
Boy, I don't care if they're young or if they're like 50 years old. Women.
Let her finish real quick, bro. Then we'll let you come in. Let her finish real quick.
Okay, what I'm saying is, okay, first off, let me get this straight. The problem is with the generations of families that are here today, the mother and fathers that are here today, that are not instilling the right thing to the women and men. I raised boys. I did raise girls. I'm raising girls now. So my situation and what I'm going to tell them is totally different than what I'm going to tell my boys. They both are responsible for their bodies and for themselves. No one is going to be no more responsible than you. I'm raising my 2 granddaughters that are now my daughters. You know, I'm like Patricia. I had a life plan. I had it where I raised my kids. Now I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to have this. And now all that's stolen from me. So, no, when you're raising nothing but boys, you're going to tell the boys that. I wasn't raising girls back then. I was raising boys. Now I'm raising girls. Right. So, see, it's what the parents instill. We don't have that morality in the families today. We don't. We got too many kids. And in schools today, it's who's got the better look, who's got the better hip, who's got the bigger booty, who's got the most fantastic. Preach. Can I have sex?
Preach.
Sex?
Preach.
And it's bullshit. And when you got kids that are sitting there with arm wristbands around them, and you think it's friendship bracelets, and all it is how many what type of sex they had that weekend? Oh hell no. It's all gone. Immorality's out the window. You got kids that are like, oh, you having more sex than me? Oh, I'll fix that this weekend. Oh no, that's bullshit.
That's only the bullshit. It's only the bullshit that comes from the men who have, or the boys who need to have accountability. There's no one can even argue this with me. Women have 33 different options to not have the baby by a wrong man.
Well, let me ask you something. I understand what you're saying. Okay, I understand it completely. They have 33 options, but it's on both sides. A man don't want.
Oh my God! No!
They need to take care of themselves. You're trying to make it look like I'm picking on men, and I'm not. Okay, I'm saying the morality of the families raising children today. That's where it starts at. It ain't got not a damn thing to do with the man and a woman. It ain't got a damn thing to do with the man and damn thing to do with the woman. What it has to do with is parents today are not teaching their children right. The faster their child can get pregnant and get the fuck out of their house, the better off they are. And there's a lot of families doing it. It's in all colors, not just black and white. That's what I'm talking about.
Chloe, let me get Keenan a chance to say what he's gonna say. Go ahead, bro. Keenan.
I hope we didn't lose him.
No, he's muted.
Wait, sorry, I muted myself. Sorry, that was my fault.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a chance to say something. Give you a chance to say something, bro.
I'm not saying that like men don't have any type of responsibility, but like just put it in a mathematical standpoint, and that shit still doesn't make sense. Women have like, what is it, 1,000 at this point, 1,000% way more options than a man or a boy, and they still choose the wrong options. So when it comes to Planned Parenthood, Planned Parenthood is just for women. That shit is not like, oh my gosh, let's help men like do Planned Parenthood as well, unless they come with the girl or the woman. It doesn't matter. There is no like Planned Parenthood abortions for men. There's Planned Parenthood abortions for women.
Well, if you're looking at it at that logic, then yeah, I can rock with what you're saying too, because hell, men can't get pregnant.
Right, men obviously, like men can't get pregnant, but men have this. They try to call it 50-50 when it benefits them. When it becomes like, oh my gosh, like it needs to just benefit just me. Women are like, oh yeah, nah, it takes 2 to make a baby, so you need to be responsible. Where the fuck did that comes in when a woman has an abortion and it takes 50-50 to make a baby and a man doesn't have an option?
Okay, I get what you're saying. 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 And it's kind of hard to answer that. It's kind of hard to answer that because, like I said, men can't get pregnant. So you're right. We ain't got no option to do shit. And we can't force a woman to have an abortion. We can try to talk her into it. But at the end of the day, she's going to decide whether she's going to keep it or not.
Right.
If I'm hearing you right.
Which is respectable. Like, of course, their body, their choice. Imagine if men had their body, their choice when it came to sperms, quote unquote. How would shit happen then?
But hold up. But see, I hear you, Kenan. I hear you, and you making a point. And I hear what Clover's saying too. I hear what she's saying too. Now we don't have the option far as the abortion part, but you have an option before you stuck your penis in her. Protection or not, you had the option to use that. Now both of y'all was some knuckleheads and did it without protection. Then yes, right. It take two to tangle.
That's right.
But I am with you, bro. When the woman is pregnant, you can't tell her what to do. You can't tell her what to do. But that's why she's saying 50-50, because it's both of y'all fault. It's both of our fault.
It's only our fault. Right. It's only our fault when the woman wants to keep the child. It's not our fault if the woman wants to give up the child.
I don't agree with women like that.
Here's the thing. So here's the thing. Let me say this real quick, and I get to your mama. Here's the thing, man. And like I said, I wish a lot of us men would get out this mindset, because I used to watch more. I don't really watch it no more.
Oh no, I watch it. Funny
we like to say, I only did it one time. That one time is only enough, because I don't think a lot of us know that the where the slang term, the pre-nut can also get you pregnant, and I didn't know that could happen either. So you could probably just stick it in, hump a few times, and your pre-cum done got up in her, and there could have been a possibility too. So it's
like a biological like accountability at this point with man, because we have to take more accountability, which I'm pretty cool for, because I don't stick my dick in like any and every woman. So like as far as me, I have the common sense to not put myself in that situation. I'm 26 years old and a half right now, so I know what's going on. But as far as like these dudes growing up right now, like they're being tracked, or like the ballers or rich dudes that's like in the NBA, they're being tracked. Like that shit's kind of fucked up. Even if they have the same mindset as me, they can still get trapped up, because a woman can do whatever the, pardon my French, she can do whatever the hell she wants.
You a grown man. Say what you want to say, bro.
Yeah, so like I understand like a man should have a responsibility just the same as a woman. But come on. Don't say it takes two to make a baby, but then only one can make the sole decision when it happens at the end of 9 months.
I've got a really good
I feel you on that, man, but and in a lot of sense, it's not right. It's not right, but dude, I mean, face reality. They do get the last word. I mean, it is what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
So like, the last word. That's reality.
Yeah. So like, dudes need.
Yeah, I need to say something real quick too. Yeah, Ken, I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but at the same time, it's like I hear exactly all the points that you're making, and
he
like
makes some good ones
too.
He makes some good ones.
Let's be honest, everybody's making good points at this point in time. But let's be real. Let's be real.
Yep.
In the beginning, before you do anything, you be the man. You make the decision. Say, hey, if I don't want the kid, I'm going to protect myself, and I'm going to protect the girl. It's that simple. It's that simple. Because we can sit here and compare apples to oranges all day about men's rights, women's rights. We'll be doing this till the day that kingdom will come.
That's right.
It's the kingdom. Please understand. And like, it's not like I'm not listening to you. But in this case here, though, if you don't want the responsibility, or you don't want to get jammed up or trapped up like we tend to say, you be the man. You strap up. We're saying here.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
Wait.
Once the sauce pours, that's it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, men have to be like way more responsible than the woman. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hear you. That's why, like, I don't have a kid by like just some random girl, because I'm more responsible than I have to be more responsible than her.
Yeah, we do have to be responsible, because you said exactly the point though. People are getting jammed up and trapped up. It's just that simple, and it's not to put any women down or anything else like that, because when it happens, it happens. Because when you both do something, it can't be one person blames one or one blames the other. It's both of y'all in this case.
Thank you. Facts.
Right.
And, like I said, you and Clovis, and I like when Clovis come on here and get into these little slight debates with people. I love it.
There's always something. Sorry.
Hey, Mama.
Hi. There's always a way out of the situation that can be dealt with, like through communication. You know, there's nothing that you can't talk about. If you get pregnant, I have a friend whose son got a girl pregnant. She didn't want the baby. Didn't even tell him that she was pregnant. And then he found out, and she was going for an abortion. Now he took that chance and went over to talk to her about it because he didn't want her to have an abortion. He wanted to, have his baby. So
do you know how messed up that is though from a man's standpoint? Like if
it's not messed up from his standpoint though. So he went over and he talked to her, and she didn't have the abortion, but they talked together and he knew where she stood. She did not want to be a mother at that time. So he's raising the baby. So there is ways that can be talked about. It all comes in communication. If you're grown enough to make a baby, you're grown enough to communicate and talk to each other about it. You know? And
I agree.
Right, like man.
Mistakes happen all the time. People don't think, just like everybody's saying, a lot of these young ones, they don't take responsibility, but it's teaching them how to take responsibility after the fact also.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to give an excuse for any mistake on anybody's side. A young man or a young woman or a man.
Once the mistake is made, you have to learn how to deal with it also in a constructive manner. That doesn't violate either side, and that takes communication. Is my point.
Okay, when you consider it a mistake, a woman can say that she's 2 months pregnant. She can still get rid of the baby up to 6 months or even up to 9 months.
I thought 9 months would be too late. I thought 9 months would be too late.
9 months would 9 months would be 6 months would be considered too late for an abortion. 9 months, she can still give up the baby even when she's like, oh my gosh, I got the baby done.
You give it up.
And I can give it up to a hospital.
Both sides need to be able to communicate about it.
So do you realize, like, when every time a conversation comes up as far as like contraceptives, they only care about the man should have wore a condom. Are you kidding me? If you let a man fuck you without a condom, that was your choice.
But we're talking
exactly.
My point was absolutely right. My point was
hold on, Mom. Now you gotta agree with him on that. And see,
I agree with him, but I was talking about after the fact. Once the baby's already made.
Even after the fact, that's still the woman's standpoint because she has all the power.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Let her finish. Go ahead, Mom.
Absolutely, it is her. Absolutely, it is. It's on her. But I'm talking about teaching the kids how to communicate. I'm talking about teaching them how to communicate, because if they can't communicate properly, she is going to take the upper hand. But if he's making a demand that, yes, I want this baby, then they need to communicate what will it take for him to allow that, because I think he's important too. And if you want a man to be important in this topic, then we need to start teaching them how to communicate with each other.
As a
I agree with that. I can rock with that. It is because look, I say this in all of my shows, man. You don't have no understanding unless it's communication. Or there's a written contract, because verbal contract don't mean shit no more.
Nope.
Or there's a written contract. So nowadays with this thing with the babies, you know what I'm saying? And I like what both of y'all saying, because both of y'all, damn, I love this topic because y'all hitting this shit. Yeah, both of y'all making some good points, man. And see, here's the thing. Kenny, you right about the woman aspect. Mama, you right about the man aspect. Both of y'all have to be level-headed and in your mindset to know what we doing is going to have consequences. What I always say, for every action, there's a what? Opposite reaction.
Yep.
So with sex, you got a whole lot of opposite reactions. Again, gonorrhea, syphilis, HIV, herpes, all types of shit. You got an opposite reaction. So you, as the couple who's finna do the damn thing, already got your mindset to know, okay, if I go in raw, consequence to the face. Because they now one of us providing no papers with tests on it, saying that we clear of anything. Let alone if I go in raw, my pre-com can still get this woman pregnant. Right. Am I ready? Am I ready for this reaction? Am I ready for this reaction? But like I said, Keenan, and you got to agree with me, man. Us as men, a lot of us, we like dogs, that pink thing hanging out. Once we get hot, we just got to put it in something. And we think about the consequences later. And then when they do come back and say, I'm pregnant, you be like,
you are not about to have me agree to that?
Yeah, wow. That's what I'm saying.
No,
like,
I
got no pregnant. I got no pregnant, man. What I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? You know what I'm saying?
No, right.
And, you know, and if she choose, I mean, to keep it, I mean, you're right, bro. There's really nothing you can do about it unless y'all both come to terms. Because some women be like, okay, I'll do it, but you got to come up with half of the money, or you got to pay for it because you got me pregnant. You got to pay for it.
Especially if you a man and got money. Oh, yeah, you better pay for it.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. So appreciate
that's number one right there. So you're not really saying anything that's different, if anything.
Right.
Yeah, so this is why I think, I guess I'll speak from a man's standpoint, obviously. Like, you just have to have better standards.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
I'm sure
women
we all do.
Yeah.
And if I want to come if I want to talk from a women's standpoint, from a man's standpoint, if you don't want to be a baby mama, you need to have better standards.
You know what? I agree with you. Sir Don asked a damn good question. He asked a damn good question. He said, would you abort your child? You knew it would be retarded. Man, dude.
That's a hard
Sir Don, it's kind of hard.
Yeah,
it is. It's kind of hard to answer that. It's kind of hard to answer that because I work in that field of people mentally challenged. I hate using the word retarded because I think it's so harsh, but it still
just say mentally challenged.
It revolves around the same circle though. But it's kind of hard because different people got mixed emotions about that. They probably don't want to deal with the stress of how to take care of a child that has disability, whether it's mental or physical. So if they knew it's going to be retarded, if they knew it's going to be retarded, and they probably had a chance to kill it, they probably will.
Also, if I may say, because I can say this from like a personal, or not a personal standpoint, but from someone I know, they tried to have kids for like years. The only kid that they were able to have was a kid that they were predetermined mentally challenged, so they had it.
Right. Pat said, "Hell breaking loose." Said,
well, from somebody who's raising an autistic.
That's a different subject. Other than like, I know what's going on in California right now. We can talk about that later.
I ain't finna jump on that. I ain't finna jump on the topic. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Yeah.
I couldn't really be, since I've raised neurotypical and now I'm raising an autistic son with developmental disability. That's a hard one for me. Because that
I was going to say
it is.
If I may ask, if that was like the only kid that you probably knew that you could have in your life, as a woman, would you still have it?
I can only speak for myself. I would.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, just with you personally.
I would. If it was the only child, yeah, I would, because they're not. They're not. Like, he's not stupid, you know what I mean? And he's going to have, I truly believe he's going to have a good life. It's society around him that needs to learn how to understand him. So he's not really the issue.
Right.
Well,
it's society that's the issue.
And I want to add to what you just said.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, y'all. Let's just be real. Let's just be real logical right here. Nobody can control how they gonna come out. Even me. This gap in my mouth. I hate this shit. How I know I'm gonna get it.
You better get that in the middle line.
I came out.
3,000.
That's a good one. Right, that's a good one.
But no, seriously.
We don't know. Right, we don't know how your child gonna come out. The way they look when they come out, nobody can help if they deformed. Now, a lot of people got these theories saying if you do this, if you have incest, your child gonna come out retarded or this, that, the other. How you know? How do you know?
Well,
Chris,
if I may say, honestly, Chris, though, it's not. They're not theories. They're not theories. It's actual science.
I was going to say yes. As far as incest is concerned, that's a proven fact.
It's happened over millennia.
Right.
Oh well, shut my mouth. Then call me Susie. I ain't know that. Shit.
Yeah, it's because the DNA mutates and it mutates into different ways. Yeah. But there's a difference between autism and like the spectrum.
Pan, do me a favor. Pan, do me a favor. Hold your thought real quick. Chloe said she got to jump off. Chloe, you want to say some last word before you go?
Okay, sorry.
No, I forgot I had a show I was going to do with Pat, so I got to get going. But no, I just wanted to say the reason why I was saying what I was saying, and I want him to understand who I was talking to. I had sons I had to teach. I wasn't responsible for all them little girls out there. I was responsible for the boys I was raising. Right. That's why I was teaching what I was, telling them to do. Because I can't go out there and tell all these little girls, hey, them are my boys, and you better fix yourself. You better protect yourself. I couldn't do that. I had to teach the boys. But I agree, everything that you said. It is not fair that when a woman she's going to lay there with a man, and then she's going to get pregnant, and it's both their responsibilities. But when it comes down to whether she wants to keep it or not, why is it always just her responsibility? She should
exactly.
What do you think? Should I have this baby? And if I don't want to raise it, will you take it? I mean, that's the problem nowadays. Women think it's my body. I'm going to do what I want with it. And just because you gave this seed to me, you ain't got nothing more to do with it. But, oh, yeah, you will hear from, Children Family Services. They're going to want your money because I'm going to get on welfare. That's
terrorism. Domestic terrorism.
Mm-hmm. That's right. But I got to go, guys. Thanks for having me on the panel.
Clovis, thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much.
I think that people in general, men and women, have to take accountability for what the hell is going on. I think this third wave feminist bullshit is fucking up everything that women don't even want to take accountability for waking up in the wrong way. Like if they wake up on the wrong side of the bed, they're like, it's a man's
right?
That's a direct cause of the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. And if you look through history, you will see that it got progressively worse.
No,
I was on the panel with, I was on a panel on one of your shows, Chris, and I said this because of what I observed as a 90s kid. And I was told, no, we were just being free with our sexuality. But the 90s is what made women be allowed to act like what they perceived were men, and to let them and celebrated them being open about, oh, I slept with this dude, I slept with that dude, I did this and I did that.
I don't know which part of the 90s you grew up in, because I grew up in the 90s as a 90s kid, and that shit was fun. Like I didn't have to worry about shit.
Well, that's what I was saying. By the time it was 1999, I was in high school. Right. So, because I'm an 80s baby, and as a little kid, you see all that, you don't care about it, but at the same time, I'm female, so I do pay attention to it, and because I have Asperger's, I see the hypocrisy in it. Because these same women that are doing all this and saying all this are having children. They're like what's her face? I'm not gonna say her name, but they have this mentality of, well, having a baby is cheaper than having a wedding.
Oh my gosh, I still remember that story.
What the hell?
That was the stupidest thing that was ever said. That's the stupidest thing that was ever said.
But that's
y'all gotta
that
type
mentality.
Type in chat. Not the live chat, but I ain't got to tell who said that, because that's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Let me look at that.
Okay, I'll do it. But that's the mentality that we're dealing with, because it's a war on. It's not just a feminism war. It's a war. It's a liberal feminism war on males in general, on boys, and I've seen
said that. She did.
I would say family.
That's right.
That's family.
She did say
It's
that.
a family.
She did say
it's
that.
Yeah, I would say families more than men. Well, of course, men, but like families in general.
Family. That's family right there.
Well, yeah, it is families, but it's men because, and this is why they're screwing up. They're shaming these little boys from when they're little for being little boys. They screw their heads around and now we're introducing the gay agenda. Now we're introducing all this other stuff. They're not teaching, little boys are not learning how to be men, to have a family. And then the little girls are getting away with murder and saying all kinds of crap, and then they become domestic terrorists. See, it's a whole cycle. It's a whole cycle, and you cannot just say that it's one piece. It's a whole cycle. And that's why I went into teaching, because I wanted to stop that cycle.
Here's how I look at like the reproductive systems or rights, whatever they try to call them nowadays. Women are the CEOs of having babies.
Yes.
They are the one who makes like all the calls, all the controls. It doesn't matter if an employee, aka the man, is pretty much an employee of a sperm. It doesn't matter what the fuck he says. The CEO has a standpoint.
Yeah, but also the other side to that, and I completely agree as a female, I believe that women have the power and have the control. Well, they are supposed, they have the power and they have the control to make good decisions, and they don't. And they like to play this game because women for millennia have been raised. There's a thing called female hysteria that used to be a medical condition where women would cry and have, emotional problems and things like that. And they would call it, it's just female hysteria. She needs to lay down. But really what it was, and women would use that, mothers would teach their little girls to use that on how to get out of doing things they didn't want to do.
There's a video that I seen on Facebook. I think it was like 2 days ago. But like there was a woman there's multiple women who said that a female judge in a family court was being a bully because she was giving the man or the fathers the rights to the children or the custody. I need to find that video. Like the women literally cried because of it. And they thought they were going to get away with it.
Hold on, y'all do me a favor, Pam, if you can try to remember they thought that you got. We haven't gave Erica a chance to say much. Erica, you got something you want to say on the subject, bro? What you think about the whole thing, man? Or you just sitting back listening?
If y'all don't mind, I'll step out real quick. Like not off the chat, but like I'm going to step away from talking.
Okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I mean, everything that I've been thinking about, has already been spoken. So there's no need to regurgitate.
I love you, Eric.
Hey, he did, bro. I mean, they kind of leave me speechless. I don't know what to say now. She could have hitting this shit so hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't even know what to say now.
Well, I have to tell you, do you know that because the school district that I worked in, they had what they called the OK program, and it was targeted towards black boys because Folsom Prison has the highest population of inmates are black men. Okay, so, and it was started by this army vet who was retired, and he was just doing this as for something to do. He was a very sweet man, right? Mm-hmm. When I first started teaching, I was like, that's a great idea, but we should have something for girls, because I would see a lot of students, and I had students myself, that a lot of girls that didn't know how to be little girls, and they were engaging in adult activities and allowed to do these things, and they were and I'm like, if we stop it with the girls, then we will stop the teen pregnancy. We will stop that population, because the girls will have more self-confidence and more knowledge within themselves to go do other things than think that, having a ding-a-ling in their mouth is the best thing ever. Okay? Do you know that I got everything together? Yeah, do you know I got everything together, and it wasn't going to cost the school extra money? and it wasn't going to cost them extra manpower because I already worked it in, and I wrote a really nice paper proposal, and it was denied. It was denied not only by my principal, but it was denied by the Board of Education for our district, because they said that they didn't want me to use my time and resources on something so insignificant.
But what was so insignificant about it, though? I don't understand.
And I said, but this is going to stop the need for Planned Parenthood, because all Planned Parenthood says is that it's okay for you to go do this because you can come here and we'll give you the supplies to go do it. And these children are not thinking about the consequences that they have, and their parents are not clearly spending enough time with them to parent. So we have to do that. And I got told that's not our problem. You're only with them 6 hours a day.
Things are what they are today.
I'm gonna ask a question, and I'm gonna let Juice get in on this if he's been following the topic. So Don asked earlier, I think he the one that said that. He said, so should all retarded kids be aborted? I don't think they should, because I think they deserve a chance just as anybody else. I mean, just because people have mental disabilities or a learning disability doesn't mean they can't accomplish shit. I mean, I've been doing it for 10 years. And I've seen a lot of you folks got mental disabilities or disabilities, period, and can do shit way better than me. You got son washing cars, know how to fix on cars. Told y'all about the guy who I took care of. He knew how to play pool. He knew how to swim. He beat my ass in Connect 4. He beat my ass in Uno.
Yeah, right.
I mean, this dude was phenomenal, man. He was phenomenal. The only thing really was wrong with him, he was just loud at the mouth.
Yeah.
You know, he's appreciate it, Super T. He's yeah, Shag, he do suck. You know, these people, even for the ones that's handicapped and blind, just because they're handicapped and blind does not mean they can't do anything. You know, they say once you lose one sense, your other one's heighten up. Yeah, you know, me personally, I don't want to lose either my hearing or my eyesight. But if I had a choice, I think I could probably deal with losing the hearing. I would like to see my eyesight. I would like to have my eyesight, you know, or be like Ray Charles. You know, he couldn't see who he was fucking, but he kept fucking them, you know. He kept fucking them, you know. He kept fucking them. But no, he had this thing where he'd take his hand and rub it up their skin. I guess if he felt some fatty meat or something, he'd be like, hell no. What up, troll fight? I ain't seen in a while, babe. What's going on, brother? And that's why I say, they say when you lose one sense, all of them heighten up. And I think I kind of believe it, because like I say, in the field that I do, man, just because these folks mentally challenged, whatever the case may be, man, doesn't mean their life is over. They still can do stuff. So to say, should all of them be aborted? No, I don't think so. Give them a chance. Give them a chance, you know? And I don't think you can tell if the child gonna be retarded while they still in the womb. I don't think you can tell them that. Can you tell that?
You can. You can with technology, and they can tell you what the disability will be. They can tell you.
If I'm not mistaken, you can tell up to 6 months.
Right.
Oh, okay. Bet. Man, this is an awesome show. But let me pass on to Julius, man. See if he got something to say, if he been following the topic. Julius, you got the flow, fam.
What's up, Chris? What's up, everybody?
What's going on, bro? What's up, Beats? Where you been, man?
Wait, is that you with like the nice little wood setting up there?
Look at that there. That is nice, ain't it? That is nice.
Yes. All right, good.
You got a little friend running around. What's up, squirrel friend? Oh no, that's Peacock.
Okay.
New York flying rats.
Yeah, come on, Drew. You got some great coats you want to talk about?
No, scumbags. fucking all types of shit going on in this world, man.
All types of shit, right.
Motherfuckers are dirtier than these flying rats in New York. These flying rats like that one looking at us right now. They're dirtier than these motherfuckers.
I know, right? But you see the topic, man. He signed a bill allowing states to deny Planned Parenthood money, man. What's your thoughts on the whole thing?
Okay, so I pay attention to politics just a little bit.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know. I didn't see this, and I figured I'd come to your show and I listen, and then later, maybe I'll look into it. Like generally, I don't because I don't got kids and shit like this, but I didn't have to pay any ransom money. It's not like over the years I've been paying ransom, $300-400 at a time. Hey, go get an abortion. I never had to do that either. What I never understood is, look, man, like, I like skin on skin too, but it is what it is. Like, white people can't use condoms. Like, as a guy, I think you should always wear a hat. You should always strap up unless you want to have a kid.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I will come with that argument. I'm sorry. I will come with that argument when you say like a man.
Well, one second, bro. Like, give me 5 seconds.
Cool beans.
One thing is somebody said, and I don't know who it was, but somebody said the critical fucking thing. There are dozens of options for a female to prevent a pregnancy.
Right.
So to me, I'm always shocked at why you get it to the point where you have to get an abortion. And beyond that, let's say, okay, somehow, some shit, I don't know, you're a giant-sized girl or something and you don't know you're pregnant. All right, whatever. What I still don't get is every month they have a friend that visits them. So if you don't get your period or something, that something may be up. Why do they wait? Like, I'm not opposed to abortion. Understand? I'm not opposed. I don't prefer it.
Somebody might cook you.
Is that mine?
Might be.
Let me move. See if
it is you.
Oh shit! Click me off.
You still with us?
Looking out front or out back?
Right. Is my phone out there?
I think Julius.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you, King.
I don't know. There's so many options. Like, I don't know. Why did you wait so long? Didn't you have like?
There you go.
Dude, the thing that I have a problem with when it comes to women is because like they always bring up, oh my gosh, like he should have wore a condom. That's a double-edged sword on their end because one, he can't fuck you without a condom. Otherwise, that's considered rape. So if you let him fuck you without a condom, that was by choice. If you let a dude fuck you by choice without a condom and you didn't do any like birth control and you have 33 fucking options, I'm sorry. I'm not going to give it a pass for anyone like that.
True. That's true. I'm with you on it.
As a woman, you have a lot of options and a lot of things that you can do to be responsible, but there's that responsibility piece, and women have been allowed and have been encouraged to not be responsible because big bad daddy government will always step in and take care of it, and it's disgusting, and it's targeted towards different groups, and it's disgusting.
I'm glad you brought that up about the big daddy government because
he runs everything.
Yeah, I don't know how many women gonna be too happy with it now because I think it's the rule states now they have to work a certain amount of hours to even keep their benefits coming up, and I think that was a damn great idea because I'm tired of seeing a lot of women laying on their ass, not doing shit, and getting all this family first, getting all this fucking food stamps. Where men like us on this panel got to work our fucking fingers to the bone.
Yep.
And barely can save $50 out of every damn paycheck because we're working our fingers to the bone. So I'm glad they came up with that they do have to do some kind of work. I had a woman told me a long time ago, and I bullshit y'all not. That's why I like having these conversations, because y'all remind me of these crazy women that I met in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I had a woman told me a long time ago, and I kid you not, this woman told me I was fucking around on some kind of social network, some shit, met this woman. And I told her, man, I said, girl, you a big fine sister. She like, I ain't that big. I said, I'm not saying you big like that. You know, that's just a compliment. You a big fine sister. I like a nice big sister, big bone. I ain't no problem with it. I'm going to encourage you to be big. I'm not going to encourage you to be big, because that's number one thing that is killing us is obesity. I agree with that for anybody who says that. I could lose a few pounds my damn self. But anyway.
There's no definition of big anymore, because everything when it comes to women is like BBW, like big, beautiful women, or curvy. There's no like you're fat or like you're obese.
Yeah.
It's,
or SBBW, which is a new thing now.
Y'all forgot about one more BMW, body made wrong. You got a lot of those too.
I ain't never heard about that.
No, what I'm saying is in the fetish department, like there's these guys who like this stuff.
You got a lot of BMW too, body made wrong, but
yeah.
Body made wrong.
Go outside and tell
one Christopher Deadpool.
I know, but you know what? I never been on back page. I never been on back page. But here's what I'm saying. This woman, I asked her. I said, she asked me what I do for a living. I told her what I did. And I asked her the same question. What you do for a living? I don't work. I said, how are you paying your bills with 2 or 3 children? She told me, oh, don't worry. I get my money. I didn't have to ask no more questions, because I know what that means. Yeah. I didn't have to ask no more questions, because I knew what that means. I knew what that means. You get assistance probably one hand, but you somewhere else selling some product on the other hand. You selling product. And see, that is crazy to me that a woman will go on these tirades of selling their body to get what they need. Now, I hear a lot of you women saying, you know, I mean, she just doing what she got to do. And I could rock with that to a certain extent. But think about this, ladies. If you go on these dating sites just selling your body to every man and just fucking every man because he gave you some money and you selling yourself, eventually your body's going to get wore down, especially down there. It's going to be wore out. In my opinion, it's going to be wore out. So let's say that you do decide that you want to settle down with somebody. Who will want somebody who has been through all that and their body is worn down? What can you do for me and your body's worn down?
Can I speak to that, Chris?
I mean, Jesus, you know, maybe it's just me because I'm a male looking at it on the outside looking in, but I think I can just really rock with nobody who is doing it and wearing their body down.
Can I speak to that, Chris?
Go ahead, dear.
First of all, when a woman talks about how they're a sex worker and they're doing what they got to do, that's fucking bullshit. Because there are tons of jobs that you can get, and the laws are changing on the minimum wage depending on the state that you're in. And if you're under a certain economic bracket and you're still working, you can still get assistance to help with your situation. So any woman that's telling me, oh, I gotta be a prostitute, I gotta suck a dick, I gotta do all this stuff to make it, they're full of shit. That means that they're superficial and they're buying baby Jordans, which are a waste of money. Jordans are a waste of money in general, but baby Jordans are a real waste because that baby's not going to be able to wear them for long. and they're buying, using it for weave and all kinds of other crap. So I don't, as a woman, I don't buy that, because there are immigrants that come over here and have more than one kid and they're married, and you know what? They do what they have to do, meaning if they have to work 2 or 3 jobs, that's what they do. That's what that phrase should be. It should not be for selling parts of your soul and parts of your body.
Thank you.
Now, if that's something that you want to do, fine, but I don't buy that, especially when you got kids.
I was just going to say that, I don't have a problem really with it paying them selling their body, because by me being a bachelor, me being a man, hey, if I can afford it, I probably just throw something to them and go and handle our business. Because the way a lot of us men look at it, and I agree with this, in some form or way, you're going to have to pay for it anyway. Whether you taking them out to dinner, when you taking them out for dinner, buying them gifts, or whatever the case, you spending money anyway. So if you selling, I really ain't got no problem with it. I would give you the money. Go on by your business. We do our business. Boom, bam, bing. But at the same time, wait. But at the same time, though, I'm not going to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, because you're going to wear your body down fucking hundreds of men.
Right.
Because when you finally want to settle down, you're going to be too wore down. And especially down there. I met a female who was worn out down there, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all.
No.
I actually felt bad for her. I felt bad for her when we were trying to do something, and she was just too loose down there, too wide open.
Yeah.
And it was sad. It was sad. Because that woman, either she was getting stretched out for having babies, which means she been fucking a lot, or she one of them chicks, that just fuck every dick that she see.
Well, see, and
that is sad. And that's sad.
And that's the thing.
That's for hold on, baby. That's for any woman. That's for any woman, black or white. I'm telling y'all.
Right.
I'm talking about both sides. I'm not just gonna stick to black women. I'm talking to both sides. Right. You're gonna wear your fucking body down, and when you are trying to settle down somebody, nobody's gonna want a worn down ass woman. Just like a woman probably gonna want no worn down ass man who's sitting up here doping himself up with meth, coke, all kind of shit. Hey, y'all seen some of these motherfuckers out here that do that shit and how they be looking in the face and in the mouth?
Yeah,
saw one this morning.
It's a motherfucking
ridiculous.
It's a motherfucking ridiculous. A man wearing his body down, shooting all this shit up in him, sniffing all this shit, and all his front grill gone.
You know what I just thought about?
Can I respond to Chris real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let Pan, then you go ahead, Kenny. Then we're gonna let Julia finish what he was saying.
I don't have a problem with women selling their body or doing whatever they want to do. They can do what they want to do, but call it what it is. Be honest with yourself that that's what you're choosing to do. Don't make it like you're don't make it like this is your only option and you have nothing else to do. Just be honest about what you're doing. If you want to do that, that's fine. That's good for you. But don't make it like a sob story. And that's what I can't stand. Be honest about what you're doing and move on. And deal with the consequences.
Okay, so now I have 2 parts where I was gonna say. If anyone knows who Sasha Grey is.
Yep.
I've heard their name before.
She's from Sacramento.
Yes, sir.
Famous porn star. She's done probably like 1,000 videos. Now she's supposed to be like the prime girl who's like making books and like she's an author and she's like the pristine, like I'm a good girl. That's the bullshit that like women pull every fucking day. Like they go for the bad guys or they get the bad guy stuff system out of their system, quote unquote.
Right.
And now they want to be on the market like they're just like a conservative. Oh my gosh, like I'm worth everything. And no, you've done like 1,000 videos. Like I've seen a bunch of dudes like come on your face. Like you ain't worth it at that point.
That shit sounds so nasty. But he's right though.
And on top of that, like, I have another point. You do realize that women have like a sperm bank option to where they can go have babies on their own for about $1,200.
Yes.
I want to go get a baby without with a woman, but that's not like my woman, a man has to pay about $30,000, and that's just to take care of the woman who is holding the baby.
Yep. That's not even the cost of the actual egg.
That's not exactly. That's not even the cost of the egg. That's just her health. So I have to pay $30,000 for an egg as a man, but a woman has to pay $1,200 for my sperm.
Mm-hmm.
Sound like somebody getting robbed over here.
Yeah, you know what?
For simple-minded people.
Yeah, and like I said, man, stuff like this needs to be talked about because, ladies, even though y'all do a lot of crazy shit on both sides, even the men too, we do a lot of crazy shit, but at the end of the day, y'all are the backbone of society because without y'all, it won't be us. You know, I give y'all that much credit, but then it's all about what you do afterwards. That's what matters, what you do afterwards.
Yep.
You know, and just like Brandon said, you know, how can you teach your kids something if you set in your age? You can't teach them a damn thing. You can't have no baby girl and got dudes running in at your house 24/7 a day because you in there getting boned. You can't do that shit because that baby gonna think when she get older, it's gonna be cool for her to do it.
Yep.
And where's the little boys? Little boys, it's the same thing with little boys, man. You know, like I said, us men, we like to do this shit to show how good we are. We call it, you know, we got game, we got swag, we players and all this shit. Sitting there just fucking everything they move. We don't want our son going through that because you're teaching our son the romantic or the intimate side of or the pleasure side of what the pleasure he would get from doing that. But you're not teaching him that there's consequences behind it.
Yeah, and if I can add to that, we have to understand our lives aren't all going to turn out the same either because the things that we did in our past, percent is not going to happen in the future.
Thank you.
Yep.
Look at
exactly.
There are consequences. If we put a grown woman, there's a consequence. It's not a benefit. It's not an asset. It's a consequence.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I always say that when you have to talk to them when they're little, and you don't talk to them about sex. You talk to them, you build the foundation of what kind of person they want to be. You talk to them about, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, okay, man, and they'll tell you. And I don't care how stupid it sounds. I don't care if they're like, oh, I want to be a Power Ranger or whatever. You go, okay, well, what does that take? What do you think you have to do? And you make them, and then you get those little wheels moving, and their brain is firing, making synapses, and they're going, I have to work for this. So when they get into the position of hot and heavy, they will think, is that me? What's going on?
Son, that's DJ.
Oh, I said, and then when they get into that position where puberty takes over and they're thinking with their hormones, they will, and I know this from my own experience, and I know this from my friends' experiences, okay? Because we were birds of a feather that ran together from high school, okay? They will go, wait a minute, what is this going to have effect on my future? And more times than not, they will make the right decision because they already had that talk. And of course it's going to change every year and as they get older, but you're getting it in their mind that they need to put forward hard work. And I don't see people doing that. What I see people doing is they're waiting until the kid's in high school to have that conversation with them, and by then they're like, oh, we already know it all. Oh, you don't know, you're wrong, I'm going to be different. And then it's not.
Okay, Payne, I like what you're saying there now. Thank you so much for always coming on the show. You always bring a great aurora on the show. And that's why I be on you so hard. You be talking that little nonsense. You be talking, hey, I ain't meant to be on a panel. I don't deserve y'all. Girl, cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how much light you be bringing to these topics we be having. You just really don't. And I hope we can do it Monday. I'm going to try my best to make time for Tony. If you want to come on, please do.
I will.
Please do.
I will.
But Mama Line just said something in the chat, and I want her to elaborate. Mama? Okay. Jules, you want to get finished what you said, bro? You got some more you want to add on to it, bro?
Sorry, I was muted. I'm talking away.
Okay, I want you to elaborate what you posted on that. I mean, I think I get what you're saying, but I want to hear from the horse's mouth itself. Go ahead.
Yeah, if as a parent, and I have 3 daughters, and you give them as much information as you can. That's our jobs as parents, is to give them the information. How they choose to use the information is totally up to them. So as a parent, you learn these things, you can talk till you're blue in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, the decisions are up to them.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
You can't control that. So if these things come up after, even though you've given them the proper information, then you deal with it from then. So
and that's
I have a daughter with a young baby. I have a daughter that's 20 years old. She just turned 21 with 2 babies, but the father's there with her. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
We dealt with it. I was terrified as a mother.
Right.
Terrified. And I didn't think she had the skills, but you stand by them and you support them and do that, and they learn the skills, so
amen. Preach.
Yeah, and you're correct. You're correct. And
be afraid of, it's not something we should be afraid of. We can't be teaching it's your right as a woman to have a abortion and this and that. We got to teach them the skills, not just have the words.
Well, you got to teach them the skills, but then, like I said, it also goes back to you got to lay that foundation down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, exactly. So, y'all do me a favor. Let me give Julius, because he had on a chance to say a little bit, and he keep getting cut off. So, Julius, you can hear me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you, but it's all right, man. Just go ahead, rock on. It's cool.
You ain't got nothing to say?
Not on this right now.
Oh. Okay, because I'm about to wrap it up. And that's what a lot of you dudes need to do, wrap it up. And a lot of you females need to make them dudes wrap it up. Wrap it up now. Wrap it up. DJ, you back with us, man, or you still doing something? Because we're about to let you take it home, man. And you're on mute too, bro. You're on mute too. Is somebody audio messed up? Because somebody said somebody frying bacon. Is my audio messed up?
No, I don't hear anything.
Oh, okay. Somebody said somebody frying bacon.
It might be the case, yo. I just don't hear it.
Hold on, Super T. You never asked to get on the panel, so what are you talking about? You never asked. I can't look. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me tell y'all something, man. I said throughout this show, you want to get on the panel, you more than welcome. Get on. Just let me know. Now, if you sit up there and let this shit pass, and you got DJ saying the same thing, I mean, what can I do? I can't read your damn mind. I think some of y'all be worrying about your cameras. And this topic, I don't give a damn about your camera, you know what I'm saying? But I am happy that we have women that actually came on and spoke on this subject. Yeah. I'm feeling good about this. We actually had women come speak on the subject. I think y'all voice was more important on this than the men was, because like Keenan said, he's absolutely right. We got options, but it's not very many. But you ladies, you got all the options in the world to make the decision what you're going to do. What you gonna do? Nah, Super T, you good, bro? I ain't mad at you. I mean, you good. You good. I'm just saying. So I so I like when Keenan said that, and I like when Clovis came back at him, hey, that's true, but this is that too. So, and we need to have more topics like this. That's why I love my shows, because my topics, I gotta toot my own horn, man. My topics be out the wham. Don't give a fuck what y'all say. My topics be out the wham, man. I'll tell you, man. My topics be out the wham, man. So I gotta pat myself on the back with that, man. I know y'all be missing me. I be gone for a while. No, we be gone for a minute, but it's all because of my work schedule. But trust me, me and DJ, we're gonna get back in the swing of things. We're gonna get back in the swing of things because a few people have been asking where y'all at, man. Where y'all at? Y'all need to come on back. Come on back. So shout out to KP. Shout out to DJ for coming through, showing your boy love. Shout out to Shag, his first time being over here. Appreciate you, brother. And this brother named Constructive Think, man, dude. Next show I have, man, you need to come on a panel too, man. I don't know you've been a sub of mine or somebody brought you over here, but I'm glad you came because you've been spitting that shit in the chat room, brother.
Yeah,
he's been spitting some hard shit in that chat room. So, you like the show, and I hope the next one I have, you'll come back and maybe you'll feel comfortable enough to get on the panel because what you're going to find out about my side, everybody's voice is welcome. No matter if we agree or disagree, your voice is welcome too. And if we disagree, hey, we're just going to tell you what we disagree on, and we're going to tell you our views. And I am a damn good moderator of my own damn show. Now, I don't allow people to do the open talking or the fuckery or the name calling and all that. I mean, we can have a discussion without the bullshit. And so far, so good. You know, I maintain that. And I try to keep the subject as serious as possible. But, you know, we need to have jokes in there every now and again. You don't want to be too serious, you know. Exactly. Loosen up some. But for the most part, I try to make my topics real serious. Somebody said my book is blank. You know what? I ain't saying nothing about the book in a while. I ain't saying nothing about the book. I ain't saying about the book in a while. Matthew, you finally made it. That's the one who gave me the topic, y'all. So if y'all want to thank anybody, that's my man right there, Matthew. He tweeted it to me, and this is how I got the topic. So appreciate you, bro. And whoever the other guy you had sent that to, I would have loved him to come on and talk about it too, you know, man. So I don't know how much of this show that you caught, but it was a damn good show. Even Chassie came and spoke. I know she don't get on here and say shit half of the time. She'll be on here giggling and shit, but she even spoke on the subject. So I know we had a good subject. She spoke on it. Real talk. So appreciate the new folks, man. Shad, Constructive. Who else came in? Well, KP Remix. Appreciate y'all. Man, what more can I say? You know, it's a damn good show. Tony, thank you so much, Tony, because baby, you lit this motherfucker on fire. Tony lit this conversation on fire. Amen. Hey, Keenan, I don't know how you be getting on so late, bro, but you need to get your ass on time, bro. And you know, the funny part about you, Keenan, you used to always be on time, bro. You used to always be on time. And Pan, like I said, it's always a pleasure, baby. You like the conversation on fire too, but you know, on this one, I got to give it to Tony. She lit it up. Tony lit it up. You know?
Well, yeah. We were both like, we both were talking in a chat together, and we were like, yeah, you saw that too? Yeah, you saw that too? And we were like, oh my God, wasn't it terrible? And I was like, yeah, I flagged it. I normally don't do that.
And Mama, you one of my baby. You one of my honey dips. You know it's always a pleasure to have you on, baby. Yeah, you know you one of my honey dips.
Thank you.
Hey, Kim. Wow, long time. He's a YouTuber, Chicago World News, who does videos mainly on Chicago, but around the world. Hey, Mattis, if y'all talk sometime, man, you know, tell him about this show and let him have a look at it. And man, if he like what he see, man, shit, let's collab, man. It's all about building. Man. My channel growing slowly, but it's growing. I'm almost at 600. I'm happy with that. And my man Keenan told me I would like to have more viewers, but he told me, man, it ain't about the number of people, it's the quality of people. And brother, when you told me that, them words forever stuck with me. So if we just 5 motherfuckers watching, It's the quality of the people that's watching, not the numbers. The numbers gonna come eventually, but it's the quality of the people who come on a panel or who come in the chat room. I'd had a few people tell me, man, look, Chris, you got a lot of respect over there. Chris, you got a good following. You got good people that got your back. And I do. And I do. And I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. I love y'all to death. I love y'all to death, man. Because if it wasn't for y'all, man, like I said, it won't be me. It won't even be DJC. Nobody probably know either one of us. And me and this man, we soared high. We soared high. But so final question, and I asked the ladies, since it's y'all. Appreciate it, Super T. Appreciate it. So, ladies, I'm gonna ask y'all the question: Is it fair that he signed his bill? Do you think it should pass? Do you think all states should let it pass, or do you have mixed emotions, or what? I'll start with you, Payne.
I think it's fair. I think we should get rid of it altogether, and I think we should get rid of child support as well. Because they're like Tony said, they're targeting the Black community, they're targeting the Latino community, and they're feeding us this propaganda that it's not your fault and it's okay and all this stuff, and it's not. And I think that once these women don't see the value in Big Daddy government supporting their dysfunctional habits, they're gonna have to straighten up and fly right.
Okay, I like that. What about you, Mom? What's your last words on it?
I think if they're gonna divest and like take their money out of Planned Parenthood, then they should put the money into education and how they're going to deal with the influx of unwanted children in the world. So now, if they're going to take money from one part of it, they've got to be able to invest in another part that's going to deal with the situation.
But see, what are they doing? They taking money out of people who advocates the abortion and giving money to people who don't go for it. That's what they're doing. They're giving it to people who don't participate in abortion. So like I said, I got mixed emotion about it. I got mixed emotion about it. Here's my thing. Like I said, I think in a sense, I do feel like women's rights is being taken away. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with it, y'all being attacked. I don't agree with that. But I do agree with, in some sense, that it is a right that's being taken away. But at the same time, I cannot ride with that because, again, like we all been saying, you are two grown people. Y'all got the mindset enough to know that if we do this unprotected, we got consequences behind it. If you get pregnant, oh well, you did it.
I'm pro-choice. I'm definitely pro-choice. I just hope, I hope they invest the money into taking care of what they've decided.
Hey, Kimmy, long time, Kimmy. So here's my thing: you make your bed, you lay in it. Some people say you piss in your bed, you lay in it. So however you want to say it, that's how you say it. You make your bed, you lay in it. You piss in your bed, you lay in it. So me personally, I mean, if I had a daughter and she got pregnant, I would have a tough decision. Yeah. Do I let her feel what it's like to be a parent since she's want to be a hot mama and get her sex on? Or do I just want to still go down that righteous path and take her down there and get the abortion, even though I don't really just believe in it because you're killing the life. But you got a life, a baby, they got a baby in her, which is going to mess up your baby because now it's going to make the parent work extra hard. And then you got some young teenagers get pregnant, they drop out of school, and I get so sick and tired of hearing that shit. I get so sick and tired of hearing these young kids dropping out of school because they have a child. That shit hurts. When I hear that, it hurts. It really hurts.
Can I?
Because that's one of the reasons why we are failing out here now. Again, y'all didn't see that video I did. The young generation need us. They do. The young generation need us.
Yes.
They need us, and we need to be their legacy. We need to be their legacy. Brown, know what I'm saying? They ain't giving a fuck about them. Then, in their mindset, they gonna be like, I mean, well, hey, ain't nobody getting a fuck about me, so why should I give a fuck about myself? And you got something that got their mindset like that, and it's sad.
Yeah.
Can I add something to what you? Yeah, sorry, go ahead. I just want to add something to what you said about the abortion thing.
Okay, hold on. Let me
no, hold on. I'll wait.
If I lose my train of thought.
No. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Because I'm good. I lose my train of thought.
Sorry.
Damn, Pam, you made me lose my train.
Oh, I'm sorry. So sorry.
Nah, you good, baby. But it is. It is, you know, and it is so sad to hear these little babies dropping out of school. And like I told y'all, when I first started going live, we got a street down here in Memphis called Getwell, and you got a junior high school right there in Getwell, and you got a middle or high school around the corner. And I was at the light and seen that baby coming from that junior high school walking down the street and stomach all poked out. That baby was pregnant. I said, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you got to be fucking kidding me. Let me address something real quick. Let me address something real quick. B, I don't know what you're doing, bro, but I talked to you yesterday, and I thought we talked about that. You need to ask people before you start doing that, bro. You need to ask them because people might not want to be there. A lot of us don't be on hangouts like that, fam. I mean, I understand you trying to build a room full of people, man, but a lot of people don't be on hangouts like that. And I've been seeing him doing it in the chat room now, telling people check their hangouts, and I'm assuming he adding them to his hangouts. You know, which just ain't no problem, but you need to ask people, you know, hey, will you join my hangouts before you start adding them?
Yeah.
You know? Because I'm telling you what's going to happen. As soon as you add them and their phone keep going out, beep, 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 they're going to leave as soon as you add them. You know? But anyway, so, man, ask them, bro. Ask them before you start adding people, man. Real talk. But yeah, Pan, like I said, on Get Well, you know, that baby was walking down, stomach all poked out, man. That hurt me. That hurt me when I saw that. And not only she was walking down the street, nobody came to pick this girl to get her a ride home. Mm-hmm. Now I say, I said to myself, first of all, where's her dad? Where's the dad at? Second of all, where was the mom at when this happened? How did this happen? How did this happen? Because remember, Pam, when I said in one of my earlier shows, when we was growing up, if you had company, mama don't let you close them doors. Mama ain't finna leave you in there with the opposite sex. If you got your friend over there, your mama there. If mama gone, your company gone.
I can tell you.
Cause my mama told me, I ain't gonna even lie, she told me. I can't get mad at her. She told me, ain't nobody here fucking but me. I can't get mad at that. Ain't nobody fucking in this house but me.
I can tell you from my teaching experience what some parents have done. Every year, and I shit you not, at the middle school that my mom teaches at, that I started teaching at, there's at least 3 girls every year that get pregnant. Sometimes they're in the 6th grade, sometimes they're in the 7th grade, sometimes they're in the 8th grade, but it's always every year. There's at least 3.
Jesus Christ.
But
how's that possible? But see,
I can tell you.
Okay, go ahead, dear. Go ahead.
No. Say what you're gonna say.
Go ahead, so I can wrap this up. Go ahead.
Oh no. I can tell you. The parents don't care. They're doing whatever they want to do. Some of the parents encourage their kids, their daughters, to do that because they tell them that's how they can get paid and have their life taken care of. I've witnessed this, especially in that particular, because we teach. The neighborhood that we both taught in was not a affluent neighborhood because we thought we were doing more good there. We had to drive into that neighborhood to teach, and so, you know, a lot of the parents, they're doing their own thing, or they're drug addicts, or they just don't care. They're letting, you know, I had one parent whose mother, when I first started middle school, her daughter was in the 7th grade. She had a 19-year-old boyfriend, and the 19-year-old boyfriend was allowed to spend the night. Mother didn't think anything was wrong with that.
No. In the 7th grade?
Jesus.
Yeah, and I said to her, what you're doing is illegal, and I just want to let you know I have to report it because I'm an reporter. And she started trying to curse. She started cursing me out and stuff. I said, I have to, and I reported it, and social services didn't do anything because they said that they couldn't find evidence that the boy was there because the few times that they went, which I think they probably went like once or twice, there was no sign of a male in the home.
DJ, you hear this, bro?
Hello.
DJ, do you understand? Like, there has to be evidence when it comes to women. There has to be concrete evidence.
But when the girl got pregnant, the social worker didn't, you know. But what I wanted to add,
I'm confused about something now.
Pan is not lying about that. She's not lying about that.
Right.
I swear she's not.
Oh, people are saying I'm lying. That's fine. They can say that.
No, they're not saying. Nobody has said that. I'm just saying. No. I'm saying in general, you're not lying about that. I'd have heard this before because I get so sick and tired of you got some mothers that allow this shit. And just like you said, they looking at the money aspect of it. I get so sick of this shit. It ain't funny. But then you wonder why people say black women make bad parents. And you wonder why they say that. Because you think because your daughter is fucking an older man, he got money, that's going to save you money, less money spent on your child. He going to take care of your child. And as soon as he stop doing what you expect him to do, then you want to blackmail him. Then you want to say, I'm gonna let
domestic
the world
terrorism.
know. Yeah, I'm gonna let the world know you been fucking my daughter. But you know what? If you do that, your ass need to go to jail too, because you ain't no better.
Yo, let's look at that point.
I'm confused about something, guys.
No, if you're confused, let's look at it from the standpoint. You remember Kylie Jenner was 17 before Tyga, like the rapper. I don't know if y'all know who he is, but Tyga,
I know he is.
He was dating her before she was 18. He was able to do that because they're, of course, celebrities, whatever.
Thank you. Celebrities get away with any fucking thing.
Right. Like after she became 18, shit was free game.
Yep.
Imagine that's the same game that's going on right now, but within a general public. Not like celebrities. This is general public people.
Well, you have to remember that in California, in Hollywood, a lot of the child stars were allowed to drink alcohol, do drugs, and given these things.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like within a general public, like that shit wouldn't happen. When it came to like Hollywood or celebrities, which is pretty much all of Hollywood,
and I see that
you can get away with.
Yeah, and I see that here in New York too, like in Manhattan. You know, when they're young and they're celebrities or whatever, they're allowed to stumble out of a club drunk or whatever, and people are like, "Oh, you know, so and so had a haha." They're not looking
at about this issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, there has been a few cases that I've paid attention to as far as like New York. I know it happens. I'm not gonna be an idiot and be like it doesn't happen. It does happen in New York.
Yeah.
It happens every day.
Yeah. Hollywood, Calabasas. There's a lot of rich towns. San Diego. Yeah, there's a lot of rich towns where that happens. But I wanna add on to what you said about the abortion thing, though. That was my original point.
Not to make it quick, Cook. I think
Maybe
trying to say
I'm gonna make it real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it real quick. It doesn't matter whether they get an abortion or not, because either way, there's psychological trauma that happens within the woman too, within the child too. So them being pregnant and then getting abortion, it's just as bad. Either way, it doesn't matter.
If you don't mind me asking,
make it quick.
From a female standpoint, what's the difference when it becomes like your emotions make more sense than the truth?
I don't understand the question, but we can talk about it on a back panel to save time.
No, I would like to hear that myself.
Oh well, I don't. Can you repeat it? Because I don't understand it.
I'll say it in a different standpoint. Okay. Women care more about their feelings than truth and logic. So, as a woman yourself, where does that make any type of sense?
It doesn't make sense, and the only reason why women can't go with their emotions is because they're allowed to be. Because here's the truth: little boys and little girls are just as emotional. That is a scientific fact. But little boys, when they have fathers in their life, the fathers teach little boys, you can't do this, because how their emotions come out is through anger and punching and things like that.
Right.
It's not necessarily crying like with girls. So little boys with fathers are taught that that's not what you're supposed to do and all that stuff. But with little girls, they're catered to by the father, they're catered to by the mother, they're catered to by schools, and they're like, oh, so and so had a bad day, and so they're allowed to do that, and then they grow up and it gets worse. And then the excuse that they make is that, well, we're women and we're just more sensitive. That's complete bullshit. I'll tell you that right now, and that's been proven by science.
Okay, wait. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, man. I don't want to end the show. I could let it go, but
you're cool.
Yeah, I could let it go, but y'all.
Well, Julius had a question.
Unless we do a part 2, we probably do a part 2, unless y'all want to just talk the rest of it out on a back hangout or whatnot. But I'm gonna let Julius get the last word, man, and let's shut it down.
So reviewing this article and seeing what's up with this issue, I don't really pay attention to it. Like I said, use a fucking hat. If you don't have a kid, you don't want a kid. If you're a guy, use a fucking hat, period. If you're stupid enough to depend on a woman to have birth control, I don't care whether you trust her or not. If you're stupid enough to do that, if you don't do anything yourself to try to prevent an unwanted pregnancy, you're a moron. And whatever happens afterwards, suck it up. Like, you're an idiot.
Thanks.
But about this issue, I don't, I told you guys in fall, and most of the New Yorkers you talk to, they probably told you the same thing. We know about Donnie here. And I don't know, this seems like just making noise for nothing, because he's got a lot going on. He's got a lot going on. So he's doing anything he can to divert attention elsewhere. But the bottom line is this. Federal law. Planned Parenthood is a separate entity. This is not a government service. Federal law. Federal law is on the books right now, and I think it's the 4th or 5th paragraph. You'll see it there in the Times where they're talking about this issue. Federal law already prevents any federal money for being used for abortion. So when you get these people who are jawing at the mouth about taxpayer dollars going to kill off babies and this, that, and the other, slow your fucking roll, because federal law standing today says that you're not allowed to do that.
Right.
It's not allowed. It's clear cut. It's federal law. Now, if there was a violation of that federal law and one flat dime was used by Planned Parenthood to get an abortion, there would be court cases, and this would be all over the place, and it would be exposed. It would be a violation of federal law. People would likely go to jail. Federal law Planned Parenthood is not allowed to use one dime for abortion as per federal law. So I really don't understand what he was doing I think he knows that this is an issue that'll make people, respond to controversy. So that's why he said it. But he knows the truth. There is no federal money. None of your tax dollars are allowed to be used for abortion. Period.
Okay.
Now, the article's in your chat there, Chris and DJ.
Mahu?
Yes, sir.
What about the chat?
The article is there in your chat, in your Hangout chat. Like, obviously, I can't post it in your YouTube chat,
yeah,
but in your Hangout chat. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because when you're talking to people and they start jawing at the mouth, a lot of them have issues. So if you're a person who is staunchly opposed to abortion, or you're a person who, you want to go over the top and say, oh, this is a violation, trampling on somebody's rights, this, that, and the other, neither one of you in reality have a fucking bone in this fight, because the bottom line is this: federal law prevents that organization from using one flat dime, as in 10 cents, for an abortion. Period.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much, man. This was a good show. I am so glad I was able to reach.
Oh no,
DJ.
I'm doing. No, I'm just kidding.
I was so glad I was able to reach DJ. He wasn't at work, so like I said, when I saw this, when I got a chance to actually read it, my man Mathis, he in the chat now, and I got a chance to read it. I called him, he didn't answer, and I hit him up. I said, "Bro, are you at work?" He said, "No, sir." I said, "Dude, I got a topic that we need to go live about now. Now, before anybody else go live, before anybody else talk about it." And that man said, "Well, man, give me a few minutes." He said, "What is it?" When I told her what it was, he said, "Give me 10 minutes." Right, DJ?
Yep. Yes, sir.
And we came live, man, and it started out slow, man. But, always in the middle when it gets real good, people start liking and sharing it, man. We were having people coming out here. And I see Tony made it back. And, Tony, I can't thank you enough, man. You lit this shit on fire, baby. I promise. I ain't never heard you get that deep before. I promise I ain't heard you get that deep before.
Oh, she's a really deep chick. Just to let you guys know.
I never heard you get that deep before. So, baby, I love you long time for that. Me love you long time. Love you long time. Ladies, here's
I gotta go buy like some Chinese food now because he's like,
oh, no more pizza? You don't eat pizza?
No Hennessy? What in the world?
No pizza.
The Hennessy's are, I can go get some Hennessy right now if I want to. I already had like a butter right now, so y'all know me.
I was about to say, it's like that's supposed to be on deck right there, man.
Right.
Wait,
right.
Can I get my wait? No, can I get my
ladies, here's my thing, ladies. I agree with a lot of things that people say about y'all. And I agree with a lot of things that they say about us men. I have done growing up, and I know mistakes I have made, but I guess looking for me, I ain't never got nobody pregnant. I have tried on several occasions. I had a couple of them lies say that they was, but kind of find out it was an actual lie. It's an actual lie. And one of them I thought it was true, and I really wanted it to be because I know they would have gave me a beautiful baby, but kind of find out that bitch was lying her ass off. So, and she was doing it to hurt me. See, that shit right there, ladies, y'all stop playing these pussy games, these baby games. Stop playing that shit, talking about you pregnant knowing you ain't, then playing games with your pussy. Trust me. Stop it. Stop it. Because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. And stop playing them pregnant games. Talking about you pregnant just to try to keep a man. If a man gonna stay, he gonna stay because he choose to, not because you pregnant. Believe that, baby.
Oh, I'm sure they know.
Believe that.
I'm convinced they know. They do that to suckers.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, believe that. Believe that. And then you find, like Julia said, well, I'm gonna use one of these words. You find them great coats they want to step in and want to be
Chris, you fool, man.
Man, I love when you say that, man. These great coats, these scumbags. I really think got these scumbags. Got these scumbags. They want to step in and Well, now let me not call them scumbags, man. Because if a man step up taking responsibility of another man, you can't do no but give him credit. I don't think it's a smart move, but you can't do no but give him credit, though, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them scumbags. But like, they're not.
Yeah.
The most logical thinking people, because it's like, there are some men who don't want to like have kids on their own. Kind of weird. But so like they'll take on the burden of someone else's kids, which is, I guess, is cool.
It's because of the legalities. That's why.
Right.
It's because if you're a guy and if you're fucking stupid enough today, I'm not talking not even 2 years ago, starting from this year, if you are foolish enough and you're a man, north of 25 at least, and you're foolish enough, if you're over 18 and you're foolish enough to have a child with a female that you are not in love with and she is not in love with you, then you can only expect things to go sour at some point. It's all a matter of when.
Preach.
Period.
Preach.
Right.
And you're an idiot if you do this. If you do this, you're an idiot. You can't even talk about the buzzard who sets you up because you're a chump. You're stupid.
He's saying it. He's saying it.
Well, he preaching though. He preaching, man. So, ladies,
right there.
man, if anything y'all got out of this show, man, you know, I mean, just think before you fuck. I just got to be blunt. Just think before you fuck. Guys do the same thing. Think before you fuck. You ain't stupid. So stop acting like you stupid.
We love y'all. Yeah, we love y'all. Just don't be stupid assholes.
I'm talking about both of them, man. Don't be stupid. Ladies, don't be stupid. You ain't stupid, so stop acting like you stupid. Yeah,
well,
stop
I'm
acting
not
like you
saying
stupid.
man, because you know.
You play a you play a dangerous game, you get a fatal prize. Hashtag.
There you go. Exactly. There you go, baby. There you go, baby. And once again, appreciate Shag. I think it's the first time Zeke has been over here too. Appreciate Zeke. Constructive. That brother, man, he lit. Now, Tony lit the pen on fire. That constructive dude, he lit that room on fire. He had that chat room on fire. So appreciate you, constructive, bro. Appreciate again KP and Leslie and everybody else from the inner circle that came and watched. My man Mattis, he showed up. Mattis, thank you for the topic, bro. It was a good topic, man. You find anything else, man, send it to your boy, man. I'll bring it to the light. I put a link in there to Cloud M. What's going on, brother? What's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute either. What's up with you, man? Shit, what I can say? The link I put in the chat that y'all saw, that's the link to the video I did yesterday. I advise both men and women watch it because I was preaching on that. And it's real talk for those who haven't seen it. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can post it again. I think that's it right there. Hold on. Hey, I don't even know if you seen it or not. I didn't get no notification saying that you saw it, bro, but I think you need to see it too, brother.
Yeah, I probably have to check that out, depending on what it was.
It was good.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there. It's a damn good video, and I think it's probably about the hardest video I ever have done.
You sound like it. You sound like a thug right now. Like that's the hardest fucking video I know right now.
It is, bro. That's the hardest video I ever had done, man. Because I think I came real hard on it. Cloud M said it's all good.
Right.
Really get a certain off from work. Hey, bro, I can't believe I'm off today. Shit, I can't believe I'm off today. So that's why I took the time and did this show, man. I'm glad I did, man. I'm glad me and BJ was able to get on and do this. But ladies, take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself because y'all the one got to carry us for 9 months. And if you contemplating these stupid ass games, like they say, you're gonna get stupid prizes. Forever action, there's opposite reaction. You best believe that, Jack. No matter what you do, forever action, there's opposite reaction. Men and women. But women, y'all get it worse. Y'all get it worse. Y'all get it worse. Anyway, DJ, I think everybody else said what they had to say. Pants, love you as always. Keenan, please try to be on time, brother, because you be missing some good shit, bro. But the cool thing about you, Keenan, hold on,
new microphone.
The cool thing about you, though, bro, even though that you late, all we got to do is tell you a little bit of what the topic is, and dude, you take it from there. So I got to give it to you. Thank you. Mama, you one of my honey dips. Oh, I love you, boo. You know I love you, one of my honey dips. You know, so as a matter of fact, Mama, you need to start going live more often. When I saw you, I said, well, look at here, look who's live.
Yeah, I gotta find out what the channel is, because like, when did she go all live? Because I know I missed it and I wanted to check it out.
I forgot how I found out, but I said, well, look at here.
Yeah.
Look who's live.
I'm gonna get back to it. Just gotta figure out a good schedule and figure out the OBS and all of that.
Yeah, me and DJ gotta get back to it too, man, because a lot of people like even VA said on last show, man, I'm glad y'all brothers back, man. We gotta get back on schedule with this shit, man, because man, this bring back memories of DJ when we first started, bro. This bring back memories, man. We hit that shit, bro. We hit it, bro.
Yes, we did, man.
Yes,
we
did.
Brother, too, man. You always showing support no matter. Go ahead, Mom. I'm sorry, babe. What you say?
No, once I get a schedule, because it's coming up summer too for Malik, so I have to figure out what he's doing for the summer. So.
Okay. Eric, you my brother, man. You in a hangout, brother. So you always showing your boy love, man. It's always a pleasure, man. Wish we could have gave you more time to say something, but you said we talked so much that we took every word you had to say, so you couldn't say shit.
Right?
Sorry, Eric.
I listen and learn, man.
Mama Shag say he subbed to you. How about that? That's what's up, man. Shag, salute, brother. Appreciate you coming back, man. Salute, brother. Hope you enjoyed yourself, Shag. This your first time over, man. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. And keep coming back, man. I encourage all y'all to keep coming back. But other than that, DJ, man, bro, let's take it home, man.
Yeah.
Take it home, brother.
Yeah. Before we shut everything down, just want to like add 1 or 2 points now, make them as fast as possible.
Go ahead, bro.
Everybody here that was on the panel and in the chat made some really, really good points. Nothing that was said at all, whether it was man or woman. So in this case here, I salute you. I take my hat off to all that y'all was saying. And real quick, pray and all that good stuff though, I'm gonna tell y'all guys something. Whether it's Chris, whether it's me, or everybody that's here, whether it's Keenan, whether it's Mama, whoever is in it, Julius, your brother, your family, Eric, you too, out there. You guys make the decision. Don't let the decision have to make you.
Preach.
Once it's done, guys. And this person, nobody can blame that person. Guess what? You're going to have to take responsibility whether you want to or you don't. I want y'all guys to be careful out there because I already told you, I'm 47 years old and I have no kids whatsoever. I had to make sure, and I've had 2 scares before, and I'll be honest with y'all guys, I've had 2 scares. That I've always wanted to be a father on my own, but unfortunately I haven't. Good thing, because sometimes, us as people, we want things, but we're not really to handle them. If you're going to do what you're going to do, be responsible. First, and take care of that other person. That's all I'm going to say to that. I'm going to say that.
Preach.
But other than that, though, let's go ahead and take this home. Let's take this home. Chat room, if you don't mind, please pause for a couple of seconds as I close this out with a quick prayer. Heavenly Father, we once again just want to take this opportunity just to say thank you for all of us that came together today to discuss a topic that was very important to us and that was near, and it was dear to our hearts. We're going to have disagreements. We're not always going to agree with what's said. Something good to say. I appreciate these people who came in today. Continue to bless them and to bless us all. I pray, Lord, that as we get ready to close this chat today, we're today. Keep a hedge of protection around each and every one, Lord, who has to go onto the highways and onto the byways. Keep them safe from harm. Let them. And most of all, Lord, help us, Lord, to share the roads, but most of all, be kind to each other. Be merciful to each other, but most of all, love one another as you have loved us. Because we know that the end times is coming, but most of all, though, we need to be ready. And this is how we can get ready. I pray, Lord, for all those who are in hospitals, nursing homes, and home cares. Pray, Lord, that you watch over each and every one of them that is there. Help them, Lord, to bring people there that can bring the utmost care to them, to bring smiles to their days, their lives as well. In the name of Jesus today, and everyone who will be attending service tomorrow, if they can attend service tomorrow, Lord, please bless each and every one who will be able to go, and for those who desire to go but not there, just pray, Lord, you give them a blessing as well. First, Lord, tonight, before we go into tomorrow, but most of all, Lord, continue to love us as we continue to love you. For all that you do and for all that you have done and have plans to do, we'll be more than careful to give you all praise and honor and glory in which you deserve. For we love you, Lord, asking these things in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen, bro. Amen. Also, I want to thank everybody who donated. That was much love, people. That was much love. Your boy really appreciate it because y'all noticed I really don't even mention my PayPal no more. But Pan such a sweetheart that she takes it and she put it in the chat for me. So Pan, I appreciate it. Chaz used to do it, but she still do it sometimes. If I bring it to her attention, she'll do it. I never just really say anything much about the PayPal link, because these shows top be so good, I don't even think about that shit no more, But Pan, thank you for assisting with that, and people saw it and they started donating. So thank you so much, dear. Everybody, Tony again, man, what? Gather all the information you can about what's going on in California, and if I got the time, I'll do a show about that, see what's going on. So gather all the information you can and kind of share with me and see what's going on. And maybe we could talk about doing another show this evening, whatever the case may be. I see Zone in the building. Hey, bro, much respect, much love to you, my guy. Much love, respect to you, man. But other than that, y'all, if y'all don't see us again tonight, hey, y'all have a happy, safe Easter for you and especially your little ones. Because I remember when I used to have them. Hey, I ain't got no little ones to give them to now, but, some of y'all got little ones to give them to. And give them to them. And I'm going to say this, too, like I said on my Facebook fan page. It's come to the time now, y'all. We got to live every day now as it's our last. Because you never know when it's going to be the last. Because tomorrow is not always promised. We seen it too many times today. Tomorrow's not always promised, especially with these kids dying. Especially with the kids dying. Live every day like it's your last, people. The words of my man Slap. Peace, holla one. Catch y'all next video. Catch y'all next stream. I love y'all. Happy Easter. Peace out.